Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We in the building. We in the building. Y'all, was in the
Yeah.
man. Y'all did y'all thing this week. That was disrespectful what y'all did, but I still love y'all. That's crazy.
Wait, what
Give
you
y'all.
talking about?
You never said a hand clap, so yeah.
You confusing me, man. What's going on? What happened?
You ain't confused at all. You saw that first clip y'all put out early this week. Talking about, yeah, Jay out here loving, the 40-year-old niggas. Da 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 da. Nah, bro, that was dirty. That was dirty.
Oh, you
But it
didn't
was
like
funny
that.
shit. That was dirty. You know what I mean? Yo, Gooch talking the clips, yo, that's crazy, yo.
That's
That is
crazy.
insane. Well, I mean, obviously you have way more experience with the Gooch conversation than anybody else, and you
How I
know
got
about
way more experience.
you're the one that you brought the topic up and then threw it out there. Yeah, yo, 40-year-old niggas, they love playing with the Gooch. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
how do
yeah,
you know
yeah.
about old 40-year-old niggas and what they do with
I
their ass?
mean, a lot of
That's
ladies
crazy.
be talking about it, man. You know.
Man, that's how y'all get into those conversations, huh? The girls come up to you and want to tell you about 40-year-old men.
Hey,
We
hey,
back, baby. We back.
we bike, man. What's up with the guys, man? We in the game.
Man, living vicariously through your greatness, sir. That's all we do every day. We get up and we just see you running miles and miles and miles. You know what I'm saying? Just wishing that I could do the same. You know what I
You
mean?
could do the same, though, bro. All you gotta
Yeah,
do is just get up,
man.
get out there, and start
There
running.
you go. There you go. There you go.
I
Sounds good.
invited, I invited Nick out again. No show. You feel me? I invite Nick to mad things. He just be like, "Fuck you."
Bro, shut the fuck up.
he be like,
I
"Fuck
don't
you."
want to talk about nigga. I'll be inviting this nigga to concerts and cool events.
He
Nigga
is
wanting to invite me to a
lying.
5K. You ain't come see Erica Badu?
I asked you, could I come? You ain't invite me.
Did you get in?
Yes, I didn't. That's
With
not
the
my
most
point.
but with the most of the finesse though.
That's not my
And
point.
I let you know about it. I let you know about it
I
early in the
asked
week
you.
before it
I
happened.
said, "Yo, can
No.
I come?" You're like,
You
"Yo,
let me
yeah, bro."
know. And I
You
said,
like,
let
"Yo,
me see what I can do.
damn, man, let me
Get
see
this
what I
nigga
can do,
some
bro."
media. I gave this nigga some media passes.
Damn.
The nigga got in there, had a good time. Had a good time. I really ain't gonna go into the full details of everything, but
Yo,
I
shout
set
out.
this nigga up for greatness. I set this nigga up for greatness. I'm trying to tell you.
Man.
He had a great day.
I had a great day. I did. I had a great day. But like I said, I invite Nick out to shit. He don't never come out. Never.
He invites me to 5Ks.
I invite you to get right with your health. Yes. Yes. I do.
That's different than an invite to like a
What?
concert to see a legend or some shit though.
Right. Yeah, right. So one person invited another person to historical vagina situations. The other one invites a nigga to go work out. Like that's
Wait, historical
compare.
vagina situations.
yeah, she is legendary vagina out here, brother.
What about historical health benefits? What do you mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's
God,
okay, man.
Yeah.
My grandma 85 been eating pork all her life. She don't work out.
that's
We
your
good over
grandmother.
here.
The genes is different now.
Nah,
They
we
also
good.
were smoking 100 fugs a month back in the day. Ain't nobody had lung cancer. Shit is
That's
We
different
good.
now.
All I'm saying is I want the energy reciprocated. If I invite
Bro,
you to
I'm
some cool
sorry that
shit,
I don't get motherfucking ultimate invites to Erica Badu concerts. I'm sorry. If I did, you would get invited.
You get invited to fly shit that I don't find out about until you post it on the gram.
Exactly.
And he got a little outfit on with the
I got the all white on.
Yeah. Put the pose on.
That nigga be
Now,
looking off and shit like a bad bitch. Get the fuck up, man.
Right. Yo, you was down at Huncho this or VIP shit. They was giving out dick sucks and $20,000 packs with bitches everywhere. Like we don't get no invite to none of that shit.
No, all you gotta do is FaceTime this nigga. He gonna answer the phone and be at some event talking about, let me hit you back, bro. I'm out here with so and so. We at this exclusive ass.
Right.
Bro, I'll be the +1 most of the times. So I had to finesse my way in.
Yeah, J Hill is the +1. All right, cool. Hey, bro, if you don't want us
say
around,
anything.
that's fine.
Niggas will get on this internet and say whatever they want, man.
Exactly.
Hey, bro, y'all believe what you made, bro. I know I invite niggas out everywhere, all the time. All the time.
Jay, you're full of shit because you've flown into Maryland and Baltimore multiple times and have never hit my phone.
When the last time I flown into Baltimore?
Nigga, you just came into DC, was like, yo, I did an event in DC. Did not hit my phone and be like, yo, if you're in the area, you can pull up, yo. Come pull up on your boy. Nigga, the last 2-3 times you've been in Baltimore, you did not hit my phone once.
Bro, I came to DC for a close friend of mine's wedding for one day that somebody had to buy my flight for since you want to get so personal. because I couldn't make it.
I didn't say I wanted to buy your flight. We could have linked up, nigga. There's restaurants.
I was there for one day. What are you talking about? Literally.
Nigga hosted a Greek picnic in Texas. Was like, hey, I'm getting paid this bag, man. Hey, Bankshot, I want you to come with me, and we can share a room. Nigga, the fuck? Nobody doing that.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Come on now.
Ain't no wrong with that.
I said I was gonna pay for your flight and everything.
You didn't say that. And after that, though, after you said you're gonna pay for my flight, what was the next question you said?
I don't know.
Can you plug me with your Southwest Connect?
Yeah. Yes.
That's not paying for my flight. That's using my Connect to get me somewhere that you at.
But I will. All right, I don't care, bro. Y'all look.
No. Let's get into it. Since you want to bring it up. No.
It's cool. Y'all I get it because I'm gonna get serious. Y'all trying to be funny, but it's cool. Y'all have y'all do.
Question is, why are you getting serious?
Happy birthday to your daughter, man. Happy birthday to Chelsea.
Yeah, happy birthday to Alani, man. Happy birthday.
The big one.
The big one. Yes,
How was that, man? Y'all showered her with a lot of love. How was that?
Man, it was good, but still somehow it always begins to be an issue with Jay Hill. That's how it was, man. That's how it was.
We can skip over that. We don't want you to get serious, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we can skip over that.
All right. I do want to talk about one more video clip. Y'all, all right, we posted a clip about talking about going out of town, hanging out of town on some last minute shit. You know what I'm saying? And like the comments were wild. I want to highlight like just a couple. Let's just say 2. I'm gonna make it 2 because this shit had me rolling. And I want to shout out because I love the fact that y'all be commenting. I love the fact that y'all be showing love. I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Misfit _665 said, nah, homie, wrong. I wouldn't go to Miami without my own bread together because I've seen how that can turn out for people, and that's how I don't go anywhere without my own means. Also, hedonism isn't living, fam. Let's clarify something. I didn't say leave out of town with no money. I'm saying don't set the amount of money that you need so high that you're not going to be able to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, at that time, it would have taken him 2-3 months to put together $1,000, but you could put together $300, $400, $500 real quick and jump out of town. Like, come on, let's get it at. All right. And then the last thing, facts. And then, all right, what you call it? That's the name of the person. Said, facts. I hate them type of niggas. It can be a barbecue with all girls. Nah, bro. I gotta have my own strap with me. Like what, sir? Any excuse not to have fun. Wow. I'm glad that there are people with varying experiences. And then one nigga said that I was out of my mind because what if I went down there and what did he say? The girls pull out some straps and they want to start pegging. You need therapy, my nigga. Like y'all niggas is wilding. But thank you once again. We appreciate everybody for tapping in. And keep the comments coming, positive, negative. I got the usual. Yeah, this fat nigga who the fuck flying y'all out nowhere. Ain't nobody flying your fat ass. Hey, shout out to you, nigga. If your life sucks that bad, hey, that's on you, bro. You better learn how to grow up and find some real friends out here. Like you trying to tell me a chick ain't never flown you out somewhere? Is that an issue, bro? Do y'all have issues with that? Like, I'm quite sure both of you guys, women have. Yeah. So what's up with niggas? I don't know. Like,
what woman flying y'all out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This nigga was like acting like because I'm fat that a bitch wouldn't fly me out. I get flown out a lot because I'm fat. Bitches love fat niggas, yo. I mean,
I don't know if I ever got flown out.
Yeah, I feel like your pride wouldn't let you get flown. If she was to be like, I'm gonna fly you out, I'm gonna treat you good, you can be like, I'm the man. I gotta fly myself out. Wouldn't you be like that?
Nah. Like if a chick want to fly me out.
Yeah, Jay going.
You can fly me out, I'm out. Like just let me know the day. I'm out.
You try to tell me if a fine ass chick treated you like on some thought shit, she was just like, oh, you look good, boy. Once you come down here to LA, you gonna spend the weekend with me. You be like, all right.
Yeah, I'm a thought. Get me lit.
I'm a thought. Get me lit is crazy.
I'm a thought. Get me lit. Yeah. Anybody want to fly me out? Just let me know. You feel me? Now is the time. Or forever hold your peace. Just let you know right now. It's the time. Or forever hold your peace.
Man, this is good living right now. I like this J Hill.
You know we outside, huh? We outside right now.
Oh, he physically fit. You know what I'm saying? He could do some push-ups. He could carry boxes. Shorty, all you gotta do is pay for the flight. He gonna come down there, pound town.
Hurry up before the winter come, because when the winter come, I might get lonely. Just letting you know, and then it might be it might be a wrap. Clink clink.
Oh, the serial monogamous is back out.
Serial monogamous is crazy. Why niggas keep coming at me like that? I'm a serial monogamous. This might be true, but even if it's true, what's wrong with that? God damn.
I don't know, man. My son be calling me that. I hate that shit.
Like niggas make fun of the positive shit nowadays. Like, yeah, I want to be in a relationship and be faithful to a woman. I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with that. We just saying take a little bit more time. Don't just meet her on Monday and wife her on Wednesday, nigga. Like that's all we saying. Give it a little bit more time, nigga.
Hey, that's me. Hey, take it or leave it.
All right. Let's get into the first topic for the day. Tank, take it away.
Is in fact better than Michael Jackson.
What? Do you understand what you're saying? Tank, do you understand what you're saying, my man? I mean, you admired, you're revered, you're associated with music, my brother. Everybody loves and respects you.
If there was Magic Johnson, now there is LeBron James. That is the ultimate evolution of a man who can play all 5 positions. As we talk about Chris Brown, we're talking about the evolution of Michael Jackson, the evolution of Usher, the evolution of me, the evolution of Genuine. That is what this kid is.
Oh, come on, Tank. Come on, man. Come on, man. When I saw Chris Brown perform, he's the best in the world right now. The best in the world, one of one. I'm just challenging the next level. Like, I didn't know there was a next level after Michael Jackson.
Gentlemen, please. Can we get some conversation going about this? Nick, how do you feel about this?
Two things that just stood out to me from watching that little clip right there. I don't like how he tried to throw his name in the same sentence with Chris Brown. He said the evolution of Michael Jackson, the evolution of Usher, the evolution of me. Tank, you are not in the same conversation as Usher and Michael Jackson or Chris Brown, okay? Them is all niggas who can dance, sing, all that. Tank ain't known to dance from what I know. He just, he work out, take his shirt off, the chicks like how he look. I guess you could throw Genuine
outside of the dancing though. Is Tank a legend?
He's a producer. Yo, he's one of them ones, bro.
Is Tank a legend, Jay?
In R&B.
What is the qualification? What is the criteria to be a legend?
Hits. All right. You've got a wreck. You've had to sang hits for yourself. You've had to write hits for other people. You know what I'm saying? You had to have moments. And I mean, Tank is having a moment right now.
But could he still? Is Tank still selling out though? I think that also includes it. Can you have the longevity of selling out?
I would say he can sell out smaller venues. I don't feel like he's a stadium guy.
Let me ask you this then, Jay. What is the criteria? Like, so is legend just one criteria in itself? Because I'm under the impression that if you're a legend, then that's like the Hall of Fame. There's the greats of the greats, right?
You can a legend but not be a Hall of Famer though. Like that, I feel, in my personal opinion, I feel like a person could be a legend, meaning that your name rings bells throughout all of the country. You know what I'm saying? All of the world, but you don't necessarily like.
That's what a legend is. Your name rings bells.
Yeah, once you start becoming a Hall of Famer, you done put crazy numbers up there. Like you had to put crazy numbers, but you could be a legend because you can go into any room, turn up, do some crazy shit. Niggas love you. You know what I mean? Every time you walk in, niggas go, "Who the fuck is that?" "Oh yeah, that's the nigga." Yo, Like you know what I'm saying?
Who else can do that, Jay?
Who?
People that one hit wonders. They can do that too. That means they legends.
There's some legendary one hit wonders, bro. There's some legendary one hit wonders out here that's got dope names. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right. So is Tank in the Hall of Fame for R&B?
Nah, not right now. Not right now. Not for my and I'm not disrespecting the big homie. I love Tank. Tank, if you see this clip, I love you, nigga. But nah, I wouldn't put him in the Hall of Fame. I
kind of think it's easier to get into the Hall of Fame conversation than it is to be like a legend. I feel like legends are like greater than Hall of Fame. There's some motherfuckers in the Hall of Fame sports wise that like are they like legends? I don't know.
Like who? Give me a name.
With like sports, like somebody that's like fuck man. I'm gonna say this just to throw it out there. He just got in the Hall of Fame. Andre Johnson, the wide receiver from the Texans back in the day. Now listen though. He was great. He was great. He had a great career. Is Andre Johnson a top 10 wide receiver of all time?
Good question.
Probably not. I'm sure right now we could list 10 niggas before we would say Andre Johnson. And that's no disrespect to his career or what he done, but he's in the Hall of Fame. But is he like a legend? Is he a game changer? Like, was he somebody who came in and just like changed the game? You had Calvin Johnson, Megatron, you feel me?
Right.
Nicknames. I don't think nobody gave Andre Johnson no damn nickname. You know, like I said, there's no disrespect. I'm only throwing that out there just to give like a slight example.
Okay, so you would say that he's a Hall of Famer, but he's not a legend.
For the sake of the conversation, yes.
All right, so I feel like we got off the original topic. The original topic is CB.
I ain't mad at that. So do we? So Tank is you would, and as far as your criteria, Tank would be a Hall of Fame, but not a legend.
Yeah, he's Hall of Fame R&B. He could be in the Hall of Fame of R&B, but he's not a legend. I feel like right now he has to be attached to somebody, like on some concert shit.
Hey man, my definitions are different. So like I said, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he a legend. I don't feel like he a Hall of Famer. Like I don't feel like he's put up the numbers, but I ain't here to argue Tank. He's as far as his ability to talk about R&B, he's solid. You know what I'm saying? Like he one of them ones. So vocal ability. Now Tank is saying vocal ability, CB wins over MJ. No, sir. I disagree with you, Mr. Tank. This is not right. Writing ability, I'll give it CB over MJ. And that's only because CB has penned way more records on his own than MJ has. MJ was always open to having writers. But when you're a bigger mega pop star like MJ was, you ain't got time to be in the studio. MJ was making movies, you know what I mean? Movies, like movies, plural. He was doing mega tours. This nigga was going Coca-Cola ads. He was fucking running the world. So he ain't had time to sit in the studio the same way CB did. Producing, I'll give it. CB has produced way more than MJ has. MJ has always legendarily had megastar producers in the studio with him, and him like be tweaking stuff here and there, but MJ wasn't primarily a producer. I would say CB is as much as a producer as he is a singer, and that's what makes him great. Dancing ability, you're gonna put CB over MJ? Maybe. Dancing
for sure. Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, maybe. Like, you know what I mean? I don't watch a lot of stuff, but I know I've seen Chris Brown do flips. I've seen Chris Brown do flips.
Chris Brown can dance his ass off, but niggas,
I think,
there's no iconic Chris Brown move.
Yeah.
Right.
Michael Jackson cultivated dance at a time, like, so for sure. He moonwalked across the entire stage.
The smooth criminal lean.
Like, the kick. Like, like he got legendary things. Like, I think Chris Brown, he has a great team and he has a great choreographer, and he can choreograph some great moves. But a lot of these things, I don't think, again, from my experience, I've never seen like Chris Brown create a dance move and like, yo, that's that Chris Brown shit, right? Yes. Like somebody be like, yo, do that Michael Jackson move, and we all know what they talking about, right? I feel like Chris Brown, he's really good at taking things that are popular, putting it in his videos, putting it in his routines, and just being great at it. Like, what I will say is Chris Brown could be, and this might sound crazy, but I wouldn't be mad if somebody said Chris Brown would be a better Michael Jackson than Michael Jackson. But what does that do? What does that say, right? Because Michael Jackson created this. I am the standard. Yes. Yeah, you're good. Like, we all know, like, when people come after something, like, we get, athletes get stronger, they get faster. You get what I'm saying? They get better. But, like, you can't recreate, like, it's just, I'm Michael Jackson. Like, yes. I am Michael Jackson. I am the great. So yeah, I'll give the answer to Michael Jackson. Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Yeah. And then the niggas was passing out with Michael. Like, do niggas not pass out no more?
Yo, I was just talking about this. Michael, I don't know what Super Bowl, if we could pull it up, Jay, just do some fact checks if you don't mind. Michael Jackson performed at a Super Bowl. Michael Jackson came on the stage, and I think it took at least at least 5 minutes for him to be able to perform, because the crowd just would not shut up.
They would not.
He walked out on stage, and it was just like, pandemonium. It's like, damn.
And they knew he was gonna be there.
And they knew they was. I don't know what Super Bowl was it, Jay? You know?
Hold on. I'm putting.
I can see if it was a surprise guest.
So it was 1993. XXV2. What is that? Wait a minute. 20
Super Bowl
episode. Super Bowl 27.
Super Bowl 27, 1993. Can we? So if we're going to compare, right? A lot of times I don't like making comparisons because the variables be different. But if we had the same variables, right? Like Michael Jackson and his time, Chris Brown and his time. Chris Brown is great. Don't get me wrong. Look at this. Can we turn it up?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Look at this. Look at this. Wait till it comes on the stage.
That right there is already just. But that wasn't a real Michael up there, right?
No, it probably wasn't. Probably a double. Look at this. Silence. This is crazy. This is commanding the room.
I'm getting goosebumps just looking at this shit.
Facts. I remember watching this shit for the first time. Insane.
This is crazy, bro.
I'm about to say, niggas still playing while he up there? It's crazy.
No. This is crazy, bro. Look at this.
Now, hold on. The people behind him ain't even, they're not doing shit. This might be fake. Hold on.
No, it's real. This is why I brought it up. This is real.
The people behind him ain't even cheering or nothing. They just looking. Ain't nobody.
My man came out on stage, ain't saying nothing. Just stood there.
I think they just got microphones down low, and it's just them people down there loud because the audience behind them ain't even clapping, they ain't cheering.
Look at this, bro.
Look at that motherfucking outfit that nigga wearing, bro.
Yeah, no,
that
that's
outfit
clean.
is crazy, nigga. Like, you know, the whole thing is custom made head to toe. Like,
Yes.
there's nothing bought off of a rack. You know, like, he had niggas come in, create patches. This nigga got a gun strap on. This looks crazy.
I don't know if we ever seen nothing like this before then. Again, it's 93. I'm like 2 years old.
We are 2 minutes and 7 seconds in, and this nigga
Ain't say nothing.
Ain't said a goddamn word.
No,
Come
that's
on,
wild.
man. So when we talk about great, like, yo, Michael Jackson literally, like, I think I might have cried when I heard Michael Jackson die. And I was
Yeah,
young.
I was fucked up. Yeah, I was fucked up a little bit when he died.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I remember hearing it on the radio station, like, that stopped the world.
The world, yes.
It
I
was
don't think the
almost,
world gonna stop if Chris Breezy was to pass.
yeah, it almost felt like 9/11 all over again. That was an ignorant statement, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was.
Hey,
Nah, I definitely felt like you know what I mean, we all have our expiration date. You know what I'm saying? I would be affected if Chris Brown died, especially given the fact that if he was to die in this time period without the public really giving him the forgiveness that he deserved, I just don't. I feel like, yo, he deserved a little bit more respect than what he's been given. Yo, he made a mistake when he was a kid. Is niggas really gonna spend the rest of their life browbeating this nigga over some shit he did when he was a kid, bro? At some point,
Yes, they will.
and
yeah.
I wanted to go back to the writing thing, right? Can you pull that back up? Tank has said something that we can easily say about Kanye West. What makes somebody special, right? Like, is it the ability to make a good song or be able to produce a moment, right? So, like, I think he said, I know you're going to say MJ's catalog is crazy, and his songs are classics, etc. But that was because of a lot of great people involved who were some of the greatest at what they do. CB orchestrates his own movement from studio to visuals to show. No handouts, no sponsors, and all while the world was against him. I'm ready to argue. Okay, cool. I get that. People say a similar situation about Kanye West, right? Kanye West brings in a lot of people to make a song and projects, but that says a lot about his mind. The fact that I know who to bring in, the fact that I know who to talk to about what, and put this beat on with this sample or this sample on this track and with these lyrics, that's great to me. So we can't take away from that. The fact that you can go ahead.
No, but was it Michael's call? Like, was Michael making those calls back then, or was it like his, like, you know, his team more so? Like, was his dad? Was it the record label that was bringing in these people?
That's what makes this complicated, because we have to have the conversation about what time period in Michael's career are we talking about. Obviously, when it's Jackson 5 and he's a child, his father is in control. The entire Jackson 5 movement was his father's creation, and it was under his control, under his management. Now, when Michael breaks off to do his first solo projects, I think he has a management company, but they still are listening to him because he's at that point achieved his celebrity status enough to where he could do his own thing. Now, when he meets Quincy Jones, which is like after his second solo album, when Quincy Jones takes control of the third album, Quincy Jones asked to be the executive producer, means that, like, yo, I need you to allow me to run the show. And when Michael says yes, Quincy runs the fucking show. You know what I'm saying? And for those 2 albums, he's, you know, that's what you got. You know what I mean? And then after that, Michael takes control again, but he starts working with, God damn it, he works with, I can't remember his name, but and in that period, it's more of a collaboration. So like I said, depending upon what time period in your life, and Quincy Jones ran the whole show.
Like, with all due respect to all of the people that he worked with, right? And I don't remember this time. I was young. What I will say is only one Michael Jackson. Like, same thing they say with Drake, right? I experienced this, right? It's only one Drake. Everybody can say he ain't write this, people did this, but guess what? They wrote for other people too.
I would say that as much as I love Chris Brown, and I hate the fact that we're doing this to him, is that when you put him up against somebody so great, I know Michael Jackson mega hits. Like, I know the names of the songs, I know the lyrics. Even if I haven't heard the songs in 20 years, I know the lyrics. They're burned into my brain. I can't tell you one lyric from off of one CB song, and that's not being disrespectful. And I was here for CB's entire career, like, you know what I'm saying? I was an adult when he was a kid, so like, I'm listening to the records. I heard it. I mean, I know his Christmas remake that he did, and this and that, and I know he's great, but he's never created those signature looks. The fashion. I mean, Michael Jackson holds it down in so many categories outside of just dancing and being able to sing. Like, first of all, Mike can dance, and he has patented his own shit, like from his own dance moves to equipments that he's created to help him dance.
People is Michael Jackson for Halloween.
Yeah,
exactly. People become Michael Jackson for Halloween. He's a character. He's an entire figure in our world.
Exactly. And he is beloved worldwide. And it's not just because of the music. You know what I mean? Like even arguing the man, like, all right, MJ's got is argued to have a blemish on his life record with the whole allegations about the kids, which nobody has yet to turn up one piece of evidence for, except for a couple of people that have said he did it and then said that he didn't do it. He's still that nigga.
Yo, Michael Jackson has made, I seen this on IG, shout out to them. People have whole careers impersonating Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is Elvis Presley almost. Like, Michael Jackson made people rich just by acting like they him.
Yep.
People make 6 figures acting like somebody else.
Yep.
Yes,
only
that's
one
crazy.
other person I know is that impactful, and that's Elvis Presley.
Yeah, you go to Vegas, you'll see people dressed up as Michael Jackson walking down the strip, you know, impersonating his moves. You've never seen nobody dress up as Chris Brown or be Chris Brown.
I love Chris Brown. Like, Chris Brown is dope. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's talented as hell, and I think he deserves way more credit. Well, I think he's starting to get a lot of love. I think what happened was unfortunate. It was an unfortunate time, but at the same time, that doesn't take nothing away from his skill. And I feel like a lot of people do try to take away from who he is as to our culture and the impact that he had on our culture because of a mistake that he made. However, let's not jump out the box here.
Okay. So as he jumped out of the box, he jumped off the internet. So we waiting for him to come back. All right. So while I'm wait a minute, is he back yet? Okay, you back? Okay, he's not back yet. All righty then. So I think Jay Hill's got to pay his internet bill, but until he comes back. Okay, now he's back. Are you there?
I'm here, man. I'm here. Just keep it going, man. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm sorry, Jay. I wish you could have got your point out. We're gonna move to the next joint. All right, since we're talking about music industry business, let's talk about this. Spotify surpasses UMG as world's most valuable music company. All right. Spotify generates 28.7% of the cash flow for the music industry, becoming way more important. So Spotify, the distribution network, not the only distribution network, just one of them. And it's crazy because Apple is not on this list at all. I knew that the other ones weren't. I mean, I feel like Apple and Spotify should be close as far as music distribution platforms. For Spotify to be this big, I don't know. It's a weird space. Want to know why? Universal owns part of Spotify. So how does Spotify become bigger than Universal when Universal's got a 30% stake in Spotify? That's
so
weird.
Don't that mean, but wouldn't that mean that they make that much more money? Damn,
Universal would, right? But
I'm
also
saying Spotify, because if a huge chunk of that goes out to somebody else and we're still surpassing you, that means that even if we had that 30 that percentage back, we will make that much more, or no?
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I mean, so wouldn't that make Universal more valuable than Spotify? I don't know. This is a different.
No, I'm saying doesn't that? So what I'm saying is, Spotify. If that's the case, Spotify will have to make a hell of a lot more money, right? Because if let's say you take 33% away, right? Mm-hmm. So I only have what 66.2%. However that is, right? So if my 66% is more than your 100 with Universal plus the 33 with us, that means that they have to make a hell of a lot more than what's being shown on the screen, on the graphic, if that makes sense.
I agree with you. Now this is another problem. Universal creates the product that Spotify makes its money off of. How the fuck that shows you how fucked up the situation is that Spotify's making so much money, Universal's not getting paid. So what y'all telling me? Why? All right, Spotify has always said it's hard for us to change how we pay our artists because we're not really making bread. But you're obviously bringing in billions of fucking dollars and you can't pay your artists more. I don't understand how they're continuing to get bigger and bigger, but the payouts become smaller and smaller.
Wait, Spotify sign artists?
No, Spotify doesn't sign artists at all. It's only a distribution network. Yeah, it's only a streaming network. So Universal puts their music on there, Spotify delivers it to the people, which I don't know why the fuck at this point Universal just doesn't ban all of that content from Spotify and start their own streaming network. At this point, that's what should be happening.
Who owns YouTube?
Google owns YouTube 100%.
And Google not up there.
Google is definitely not up there because they don't give a fuck about being a part of this conversation.
I wonder who's under other. Like, I wonder what that is.
When I think of YouTube, right?
YouTube Music would be under there. Go ahead.
I only ask that because when I think of YouTube, I think about, even I've seen a clip of Jay-Z saying like, yo, like basically them niggas make millions and give us pennies when.
Yep. So Nick, so when I'm going to jump in and say
see, my shit was doing this last week, but like it would just stop. So I don't be knowing if it's stopping for you too. I didn't know.
Exactly. No. I get it. Now you go. All right, Jay Hill, I want you to go back and start your statement from the beginning, please.
So I was saying like I only asked about YouTube because we hear that like YouTube percentages are trash, right? Like we don't get paid. Right. Not even a tenth of what we should be getting paid, but with the amount of revenue that we're bringing into the company. And so when I think of YouTube, I kind of think of Spotify because, again, it's a streaming platform. They host a lot of artists. They host even podcasts now. So you have a lot of people going to them to distribute their music, and they're bringing in ad dollars, a lot of money. They're bringing in a lot of people.
So I definitely get where he's coming from. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's been the fight.
Is the margin is so.
Yeah, like that's been the problem. And I don't mean to cut you off, Jay, but you kind of cut out.
You good. I know you good. You good.
The point of the matter is, when YouTube started, YouTube wasn't paying people. It was just a platform where people could just upload videos and have some fun. So once they realized that they wanted to be a larger driver in the social media space, they realized that paying the people to create made it more beneficial for the creator to stay online and become more professional. So, but they never thought that they would end up being a part of the music business. Like nobody was like, all right, damn, let's start putting music videos on here and it's going to become, a streaming service. Like the concept of having a streaming service didn't even come into play when YouTube was created. Now, when Spotify was created, it was created to be an answer to the music industry that was frustrated with falling costs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because people weren't buying CDs anymore, and everybody was on what was the name of that service that was everybody was downloading music off of?
Live mixtapes or Spinrilla?
No, the illegal one.
LimeWire.
It was LimeWire and it was the other one.
That Pip? I don't know.
He thinking about official shit, mixtape shit. Yeah. But no, that was a thing. There was a LimeWire, but there was also Napster. Napster was the first one that everybody was getting music for free off of. Then comes LimeWire, and then these official mixtape platforms came about. So like when you start seeing all of these streaming platforms come about where people are getting music and the industry is not partaking at all. And then here's another problem is that people were having to buy so much stuff to store all of this music and organize it. So it obviously was smart for somebody to come along and create a Spotify. Number one, now you don't have to download music. Number two, the labels get to participate in it. We get official licensing. And number three, the artists get paid. But I feel like it was kind of a quick fix. But now we're 15 years in, bro. So yeah, you did a quick fix to stop the bleeding. The bleeding has stopped, and now you've created something that is metastasizing in such a large way. The artists are still not making what they should be making. So subsequently now we're seeing the labels are losing out. The labels are firing niggas left and right. I know y'all both have heard about that shit. The labels have cut 60% of their staff. You're talking about thousands of people on every major label across the United States. So what the fuck are we going to do now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you need music. Here's the argument. You need investors. We need major labels to invest in artists so that we can create great music. We need artist development. If there's no money to pay for the people to do the development and to create the great records, how does Spotify still stay around? And if you keep saying that, the next generation is all independent music, so who's investing in independent music? So I'm like, it's like, and at the end of the day, yeah, independents are going to come up. But how many cuts? And see, it's easier for the majors to get together to stop Spotify. But if you get rid of the majors, us all little independent niggas ain't all going to get together and fight against Spotify. Spotify don't give a fuck if 500,000 independent niggas go, well, I don't want to be on your platform no more. Guess why? Because there's a fucking historical catalog of millions of songs that they can still generate money off of that is still a part of the major label system. So the major labels need to see this as a sign that we need to take a bigger chunk of the game, or we got to get Spotify the fuck out of here. And artists, and at the end of the day, the artists need to get more money. If y'all want to see more tours and more music coming, the price of producing the music isn't decreasing, it's increasing. So what are we going to do? Unless we all going to start going to fucking AI music. Let me tell you something. I don't want to listen to no fucking AI shit all day long. Off break, bro. Because I've heard a bunch of it. And some of it is dope as hell. But I want to be a fan of a person. I want to go see a person. I don't want to see a program. I don't want to go to a theater and watch a video on a screen perform. That's stupid as shit. Personally.
No, facts. Man, they running it up, man. I think it's funny because I knew Spotify was on to something because I'm not even like.
That makes sense.
Good point. Good point. I didn't see it from that way. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. It's deep. Yo, JB coming in with them big joints.
I knew they were onto something when that whole Anchor thing came about, and they were diving into the podcast wave. So like once Anchor came in, I didn't really understand at the time, and I'm like, yo, okay, Spotify owns Anchor, And then they started making changes like you can upload the music, right? Because at one point podcasters wanted to play music on their podcast and not get flags for it. And I started making incremental changes, and I'm like, yo, these guys are smart. And like you could do things directly with Anchor or Spotify with your podcast, and I'm like, they onto something. But I didn't really know the back end. I still don't know too much of the back end, but I knew then they were onto something.
Nah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, Spotify is trying to maintain a majority stake in the marketplace, and podcasting, regardless of how people feel about it, whether it's going up or going down, it's not going anywhere. People are going to create podcasts, and like I thought it was a genius move. Hey, I'm gonna create a portal to make it easier for creatives to upload their content and get it to the people. But and we're gonna help you get ads. If you generate X amount of downloads, then we can put ads on it. We'll take a cut. You get a cut. Everybody eats. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need to own shit. I don't even need to be a part of it. I can place the ads at whatever intervals, and then everybody can eat. That was smart. And I feel like Spotify can continue to do stuff like that as long as they're feeding. You know what I mean? Like, you trying to tell me that you need 80% of the ad just because you went and found it? That's bullshit. You know what I mean? We can still do a 60-40. If Spotify took 40% and we took 60, you trying to tell me they're going to go out of business for getting paid for doing nothing, some shit that they already do? You know what I'm saying, bro? Y'all not gonna go out of business, bro. So I feel like this is a longer conversation, but I definitely feel like this is something niggas need to pay attention to, because this is our business moving forward. I'm talking about us as podcasters, and definitely people as musicians. We need to be watching the dollars. Even if we're not making it this second, we need to be cognizant of what's going on, because as our base grows and then our demand grows, nigga, we gotta feed our families. We all still need internet. You see how Jay Hill's suffering right now, bro. This is the result of us not getting paid.
I'm suffering. No, I'm suffering because Spectrum is ass. It might be the worst internet provider I've ever had in my life.
Word. I agree, because the results are right on the screen. So all right, let's jump into some Carley Redd.
Your friends to be cool with your man?
Not even if I die.
Carly, not even if you die? Why is that?
Not even if me and you in a car, we get in a car accident and I need to go to the hospital and you need to call don't call him.
Why? Because isn't that how they were
That's
able
just how
to surprise
I'm
you?
not insecure or anything like that. Just don't hit on my man.
For nothing. They shouldn't have his number. He shouldn't have theirs. No circumstances. What if they knew each other before?
If you knew him before and you guys were already, you guys were already
so
friends,
funny.
but if I introduced you to him?
Absolutely not.
No. If you knew him before, it's nothing I could do about it. Y'all were cool before.
All right, gentlemen. How many of us have been in that toxic relationship before?
Never. And thank God.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie like I ain't had problems in the past. All right, this is number one. Carly, you looking good for 50 years old. Shout out to you.
Hey, can I ask a question before you start?
What?
Who is Carley Redd?
She's a TV personality.
For what TV show?
She started out on Love and Hip Hop. She came out on Love and Hip Hop. She did some music. The music flopped, so she's continued to jump from reality show to reality show to reality show. You know what I mean? She's just one of those people that exist in that space. Go ahead.
Okay, my bad, because I don't know who the fuck she is, but go ahead, my bad.
Oh, it's all good. So she's now one of us. She's a talking head. So at the end of the day, Carley Redd is insecure. There's no way you can tell me I'm not being insecure. I just don't want what. So what if your man wants to do a surprise birthday party for you? You want your friends to be there, right? How is he gonna interact with them? How is he gonna do that? So he can't talk to you about doing a surprise. If you are hit in a car accident and you would want your friends to be there to support you, how is he supposed to get in touch with your friends and your family? This is ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? Because either you don't trust your man or you don't trust your friends. Then why are they even your friends? If you can't trust that niggas can't behave themselves, why are they even around? If I couldn't trust Jay or if I couldn't trust Nick, why the fuck would I wouldn't even make them my friend? I mean, we can work together, but I wouldn't be like, that's the homie. If they have wayward thoughts all of the time and then they have a tendency to try to holler at everything that moves, that's crazy. I feel like, shorty, you need to do an assessment of your friendship circle. You need to get some therapy and you need to deal with that shit. That shit is ridiculous, bro. Nick, what are you feeling about it?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's kind of wild to say that you can't be cool with like her friends. Like I done met a lot of my ladies' friends. Now I'm not hitting them up on the regular. I think maybe because they didn't get to the specifics. I think maybe she would be okay if it was like on some surprise shit. And you don't even gotta have somebody's number for that. If I'm throwing a surprise party, I can contact them on Instagram, send them, you know what I mean, whatever they need to know about the shit. I mean, I got some homeboys too that I know be trying to holler at motherfucking everything. Like for sure, try to holler at everything.
Really?
But yeah, no, for sure. I know some snake ass niggas. Like on some, if let's say, not Jay, but like let's say me and Jay cool, and let's say I got another homeboy who's married. If Jay's like, damn, his wife bad. To me, I'm gonna side eye you because it's like, well, you know, this is my nigga. So why are you even telling me that my friend's wife is bad if you my friend, you know what I mean? Now that don't mean I can't necessarily be cool with Jay. I just now know certain shit I can't do with Jay around. I'm gonna be cool with Jay on the outside or some shit.
But
You know
even
what I
that,
mean?
that's not like terrible. I get that, right? But like I feel like again, as long as you don't make a pass, but like we acknowledge, like I think my man was telling me like, yo, you know you can't pop out with no girl that don't look better than Sade, right? Like that don't mean that he trying to holler at my girl, but we can compliment each other's
That's
situation.
cool. That's cool. But if it's damn, Sade bad as hell. Oh man, if I had her, like it's
Oh yeah.
it's
Don't
levels
insert
to it.
yourself. You can say she bad. Don't insert yourself though. That's crazy.
And I still
But-
think there's certain ways to say that though. Like, oh, she's very attractive. Say
yeah.
that.
Or like you could compliment me. You feel me? Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. JB had
Yes. Jay got good taste.
Jay
Shit
has
like
virgin.
that.
There you go.
Yes.
That's
Jay has good taste
but
in
she
women.
did get into some particulars, right? She said, even though I got into an accident, she said that. Don't hit him
Well,
up.
I mean, technically though, you need to call the hospital. You need to.
Right. You shouldn't be worried about the friends. You should probably
Yes.
get
My
Yes.
thing is, so Jay already said my first take, right? So I think she's very insecure, but at the same time, I think she's only like her opinion is only a sediment of her experience in life, right? So I just think she just needs some better men in her life. Because if that's how you feel about your friends talking to your men, the men that you dealt with, then clearly the men that you dealt with has been mistreating you and they got you fucked up in the head. Like that's how I look
She
at
needs
it.
a better man, or does she need better friends?
She need better men, maybe both. Shit, maybe both. Maybe both. Like because think about it. If you got every time you got a man and your man is dealing with your friends, it's like, yo, matter of fact, maybe you need to look at yourself in the damn mirror. Because if every single time you got a man and every single time your man is messing with your friends, then you clearly are terrible at discernment. You clearly are not good at choosing good friends or good men. So maybe you need to sit down and before you get in your neck.
Yep.
Yeah,
I just
think it's certain ways to go about shit. I think I've even gave my number. I think I gave my girl's number to Jay because my girl is she's involved in the industry and stuff like that. I think I've gave. I don't know, but even still, Jay will hit me up to relay a message to her. I think sometimes it's just like a respect.
It's a respect thing.
It's a respect thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Jay, you can hit her up and talk to her about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can contact her. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, nigga, like, just hit her up instead of having me go through the hoops and loops to figure out like what it is. But at the same time, it's just a respect thing. And I pride myself on just making sure like that boundary is set. Just, you know what I mean? I think all my homeboys trust me, but I don't even want shit to look a certain way regardless. You know what I mean? I'm not calling nobody after a certain hour if they in a relationship, you know what I mean? And I respect that back, you know what I mean? So, but also I did let my girl know, these are my 5 homegirls who will potentially call me at any time, but they also don't call me after like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock type shit. You know what I mean? So I think once you set those boundaries, and you just got to also have people around. My homegirls ain't nobody I done never fucked with, or they didn't try to make a pass at me, this, that, and the third. Like, I'm not keeping that around because to me, I wouldn't want that to be on the other end. Like, all you homeboys with niggas, you know what I mean? And that's not even like a insecure thing. It's more so niggas are going to nig. Niggas will be niggas. If you had it one time,
chicks will be chicks.
And chicks will be chicks. If you had it one time in your head, you think you can have it whenever, or you could get it again because you didn't got it once. And we're not doing that.
Exactly. I feel like everything comes down to discussion, and also to me, I relate things together. if you have a tendency to if you are that callous or careless to just want to mess with somebody girl behind their back, I don't even want to be friends with you, bro. That's a problem. That's a problem. That means you don't understand loyalty. You don't understand respect. Like all of these things are basic human respect elements. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to make sure that I can trust you in any scenario. So like, yeah, like, all right, say for instance, what if I'm sick and I'm down and I'm in the hospital and like my girl needs some help with some shit? Like I need to be able to call my own boy and know that he ain't gonna go there with his dick out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, loyalty, you don't understand respect. Like, hey, I'm getting feedback, sir. Thank you. That kind of brings me into this one little thing I want to throw out real quick before we move on. Is that man says no matter how pretty a woman is, without goals, she is pointless. Now, I want to put both men and women into this conversation. Do you? And I'm saying just take the woman name and take woman out and put man in. You know, if the gender thing suits. Do you agree with this point?
So no matter how fine a guy is, without goals, he's pointless.
I'm saying if you're dating men, not you, fool. I'm saying you date women.
Trying to read it for the women viewers so they can know what's being said. I mean, not everybody has goals. I think some people, you know, they go to work, they get their money, they live their life how they want to, and that's just, you know, what it is. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that statement.
So for you, it's not necessary for your girlfriend or your wife to be like goal oriented or be driven or at all. She could just be chilling and it's cool for you.
I mean, it's just different levels of goals. Like, is it a goal like you want to get a bigger house and you want to, you know, buy some land and do, you know, some type of Airbnb rental stuff? Like your goal don't have to be where you're like an entrepreneur and you want to become the biggest blogger. You want to become the top comedian. You want to, you know what I mean? I don't think.
Right. I feel like what they're saying is, and I've met a lot of people like this to where the girl got an apartment, she got her car, she get to go fly out every now and then, but that's it for her. She cool. You know what I mean? If there was a goal, it might be like, I might get a house one day, but she happy. She don't care about the future. She's not trying to do Airbnb. She's not trying to do shit. She work her job. When she not working, she chilling, having a good time. That's it. There's nothing else to her. You cool with that?
I think the bottom part of that caption is more real. If she ain't got no goals or no hustle, like you got to have some type of hustle. I think that's more.
It's funny because I agree with the top over the bottom. I say that because
damn, he was gearing up. He was about to go.
He was going for it.
I know my nigga was ready. He about to kill this shit. You know what I'm saying?
He was getting his waves ready.
Like goals don't have to be goals.
This was about to be the shit. Tell you right there.
Go ahead, Jay.
Bro, you back?
I'm getting pissed off, man. It's nothing worse. Even like I literally just paid my bill, literally like a week ago or something.
You got to start doing like hard resets on your modem, like unplug it for 30 seconds, plug it back in type shit.
I just did that.
Oh shit.
But anyway, I don't agree with I agree with the top more than I agree with the bottom because like I think goals and hustle doesn't have to be synonymous and it doesn't have to correlate 100%. I feel like you can have, bro, you don't have like you were saying, Nick, you don't have to want to be an entrepreneur. You can want to be great at your job and you're 9 to 5 and want to move up in the ranks. You could want to, even if it's not a job, even if it's not work related, you can want to be just great as a person, great as a mother, great as a wife, great as a dog owner, as a cat lover. Like that's goals, right? So when you if you don't have no goals in life, you're nobody.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to have no
to have no goals in life. You're wasting space in air on Earth, on planet Earth. You're wasting space. I'm sorry. So, and that might sound harsh, but I'm like, yo, like if a person in general, I don't even want you to be my friend if you don't have
no goals. Deep. Yeah, no, at least he got most of it out.
Like,
let me think of, like you don't.
As
two successful guys here, you know what I mean? You guys are two very successful in the media space. So having a house, say if you would meet this young lady, and she just is cool with being a mom and a housewife, and that's it. She just take
That's
care of the
gold.
stuff around the crib. That's cool. That's not a goal, nigga. That's just existing.
Yeah, I don't think that's a goal.
No, if she's cool with being a mom, right? Let's think about this. If she's cool, am I cool with being a deadbeat mom? Do I want to be do I want to be the best mom I can be? If you want to be the best mom you can be, that's a goal. That's a goal.
I think that's more morals. I think that's more
Yeah,
like
I feel like that's more moral based. Right. I feel like that's either how you were raised. You got to be raised to have a certain standard. There's a difference between goals and standards. I think that's a better way to say this. So a standard means I'm obviously gonna take care of myself. That's health. That's not necessarily a goal. I've just created a standard to make sure that I never want to go below or above a certain weight level.
Let's not freestyle this. I'm sorry. Let's not freestyle this. I'm sorry. Can you pull it up? Pull up the definitions, please, so we can read it. I don't want to freestyle this. I want to be very.
You want a definition of a goal versus a standard?
Yes, please.
All right, the definition.
If you wake up in the morning and look at a dry erase board, and on there it's like steps to be a good person for the day, then I guess that would be your goal. But
yeah, right.
I don't.
I'm
Either you're a good person or you're not.
And that's what I'm saying. This is it. And I definitely have recently had some conversations where I'm like engaging with a person where we are developing. I don't know what the fuck he just said, but let me make this as big as possible.
The object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. Going to law school has become the most important goal in his/her life.
Right.
So sometimes I guess you can have like an unintentional goal. If if it's your ambition to be a good mom, if you ambition about just being a good person, I guess that is. But it's like in aim, like so you're aiming for something. I personally believe you're either a good person, you have good morals, or you're just not. I think majority of people, when they're about to have kids or they have kids, they're going to say, I'm going to be the best parent possible. I'm going to give my kids things that I didn't have growing up, or I'm going to do this differently, this, that, and the third. I'm not agreeing that that's like a goal per se, but I could be wrong.
Exactly, because I'm really associating goals with, I'm associating a goal with ambition. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're going to get up every day, you trying to do this, or like you said, I want to have 5 Airbnbs and I want to do like, I respect that. I love it. Is it a requirement for me? Yes, it is a requirement for me personally. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying anybody else. That's only because I seek partnership, not necessarily just companionship.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I would like to build something. I think it would be fun to build a life and build businesses with my person, not necessarily go out by myself and build it by myself and then just bring the money back and go, here, baby. You know,
yes.
Go get you something nice. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy bought in the big bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Ice cream, baby. You know what I mean? I actually want my wife to get up and want to see her own successes come to fruition. I want her to see us, achieve things together. I'm a very group-minded person. Like, I like being a part of collectives. So like that shit excites me more than just me wanting to go out by myself. And so that way, when I do date somebody and I don't see that person being ambitious, it's a bit of a turnoff. You know what I'm saying?
Or you can even help me with my goals. Like if
I respect
you don't,
that.
you know what I mean? Like if you were down to help me with my goals, then I still feel like that's okay. If you work, a 9 to 5, or if you do whatever that you do, that's cool. If moving up in the ranks is what you want to do, that's also cool.
No, 1000%, bro. And like now my last real relationship was like that, where my girl was heavily into supporting all of the podcasts and all this stuff, and I love that. I thought that was fire. You know what I'm saying? And that was something I was like, man, that would be dope to have in the future, if possible. If not, life goes on. But all right, now I got this thing I want to throw up for Jay Hill. I mean, Jay Hill brought this to the table, and I would like us to discuss it.
Obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with my marriage. Me and my wife have been married for 13 years. I'm still doing things to chase her heart. I'm still making her fresh bouquet of flowers. I'm still hitting them dishes. I got a nanny and a housekeeper, but when I see some dishes in there, I'm like, ooh, do you know what Clorox and a little Fabuloso will do to the aroma in that kitchen? I'm obsessed. I'm looking for opportunities. Went and took her truck. I was like, yep, I'm about to get it washed. I'm about to get it detailed, and I'm gonna put gas in there because she a queen. What she look like pumping gas? I'm obsessed with it. I'm looking for different opportunities and different reasons to still chase her heart, to let her know how much I appreciate her. I'm obsessed with it. It's one thing to say, I got a wife. Yep, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Yep, I've arrived. But can you keep her? That's the question. You can get her, but can you keep her? And then you can keep her, but is she unhappy? Is she sad? Is she mad? Is she depressed? I'm obsessed.
All facts.
Do niggas really do this?
Yeah.
I mean, my thought process, bro. First thing I want to say is congrats to Jeremy, man. I think to find a woman that you want to be obsessed over is a good thing. Is a great thing.
It's a blessing. Mm-hmm.
It's nothing nothing he said was wrong. Nothing. I just want to add to it because I put some other clips. I said
what he said is deep. He just really went deep right there. You know what I'm saying? I was. I
mean, that's how I am, man. If I get in my chick's car and I see that. Oh.
That was it.
You back, Jack? You back? Go ahead.
You back?
No, I'm just saying like I don't have nothing negative to say about him. However, I sent some more clips to you to create a conversation, right? And my thought process is one, you can't. It's not your job to make somebody else happy. You literally cannot make somebody else happy. That's one. Two, if the energy ain't being reciprocated, how long can I keep this up? How long can I obsess over making you happy if one, you're not happy with yourself, and I can see it. It's evident. It's written all over your face, how you wake up, your mood, your energy, every single thing. You got to do that work within yourself to be happy. So then all I do is just the icing on the cake. All I do is just the hors d'oeuvres. It's just the sprinkles of the lemon pepper or the green shit that they put on the food when it's done. I'm just the plating. That's all I can be. But if the foundation ain't good, if the food don't taste good, no matter how good it look, it ain't going to be good. So it's like, I get that. I understand what he's saying, and I respect it. I truly do. But you're going to drive yourself off a cliff trying to make somebody happy who just ain't happy, especially with themselves. And another thing is, you can never take away your experience. You can never take away the experience that you created with somebody else. Never. So if somebody experienced you in a certain way and they don't forgive you, but they try to and they continue to move forward, you're never going to break through that shell. So I get it. It makes sense. But we also got to look at the other party too. And I'm not trying to take the pressure off. I'm not trying to take I'm not trying to take it out of like individuals and not have what is it called? Accountability for the man. All I'm saying is, how long is this going to last? Especially if somebody is not happy with themselves or not happy with you. I think it comes down to really, truly choosing somebody you're compatible with, right? And you guys both working 100%. We don't need 110. Everybody always want to say make up these numbers 110. That shit don't exist. 100%. And we're both going 100% to love each other. It will not. You could be obsessed with me. I can be obsessed with you. And guess what? Your obsession with me makes me want to be obsessed with you even more. The same. If you see that I'm changing the gas, I'm changing the oil change. It's not a battle. It's not a fight to see who's doing more, right? It's not a fight to talk about gender roles or what's going on in the house versus we know it, we appreciate, we accept it, and we live in it, right? When you have that dynamic with somebody, it makes you want to do more for them.
No, 1,000%.
I get what he's saying. It's just for me, it's like a blanket statement. It's like, okay, but where do we go from here? How do we get that? Because I can be doing all this for the wrong person, and I drive myself to suicide.
But I think that's why dating is so important, because when you date somebody, you'll be able to see if the things that you do are received and if they also like reciprocate. If I know, like, because you said you can't make nobody happy. I don't necessarily agree with that because it's like you can if you have the right person. Like if I know that my chick gets happy when I wash the dishes or if I put gas in her car, I'm going to know that she's appreciative and happy about it because she'll shoot me a text like, oh, thank you so much for putting gas in the car. Oh, thank you so much for doing the dishes or cleaning up. If I'm not getting that, that's not going to be the person for me. I like to do the little things because I feel like the little things matter. Yeah, they mean more and they matter to people who are appreciative of like the little shit. If I see that within dating, that you don't give a fuck that I'm doing this, that, and the third, if I do a kind gesture and there's no acknowledgement of it, I'm not even saying I do that to look for it, but if like it doesn't take much for a simple thank you or to acknowledge some shit. So if I see that you're not doing that in dating, then we're not going to move forward, and that's just what it's gonna be.
So I wanted to add to this. Like you're right? But it's more than just dating. If we could pull up the clip when I was like, when it says like dating nowadays is like, I might have sent it to you. Nick.
How much?
So pause it real quick. My man Wolf said a great thing on a podcast not too long ago. He said, everybody say communication is key. Yeah, that might be true, but but understanding is the door, right? Like you can have the key, but if it don't go to the right door, then there's no pathway to understanding each other. So what I'm about to say is, yeah, dating, but it's really the boundaries that you have within yourself. And what happened is, and I'm not to sound like a preacher, but bro, we're just becoming adults and we're just understanding what boundaries look like. I can't speak for everybody else. I'm just starting to learn what boundaries look like, how to set my boundaries, what to accept, what not to accept. So like, yeah, we can date all we want, but how much are we dating to be intentional and to really date somebody that's really compatible for us and not just settling for something because it's good for the moment? And that's what happens a lot of the times. We're dating somebody, we bypass all the red flags. And I don't mean red flags within a person, right? But red flags within you, things that you don't like. You know what? I can deal with that because I like the person. I can deal with that because this person is attractive. I can deal with that because it fills a void in my lonely era or my lonely situation as of right now. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, but that's all like trial and error too, though. Like I feel like once you get like, I feel like we've all been in relationships that we probably should have cut the cord on way sooner than we did, right? So if you go through that, all right, you get out of that. Moving forward, you should now be able to acknowledge like, yo, I don't like that stuff. Is there anything within me that I can do to either A, get comfortable with this to where it's not an issue? Let's sit back and have a conversation and see, is this really that big of a deal? Am I feeling a certain type of way about it? If you can't, then it's like, all right, move on. But I think like relationships are trial and error from, I don't know when y'all started dating, 14, 15, 16. That shit ain't really like serious. Once you start getting in serious relationships, you start knowing what it is that you don't like, what ticks you off, whatever the case is. And once you're now in your 30s and like trying to find that person that you're going to be with for however, forever, that shit now matters and you shouldn't settle. I've been in relationships where like, damn, she bad. That's all I give a fuck about. She bad. She look good. The sex is good. But it was so much other bullshit, like you said, that nigga I just bypassed because head was fire.
I feel like a lot of growing up and dating is learning what conflicts are challenging me to be better and what conflicts are causing me harm.
Yes.
And that's a big thing that people don't talk about a lot. So you'll get into relationships and y'all to be having arguments, and it takes a long time to decipher what is a healthy disagreement from a toxic disagreement. So you've got to go through relationships, and that's why I always tell my homies, like, date. Don't always just, lock in with the first chick just because y'all get along and the head is fired. Like, you got to learn what are their habits. Like I said, what are their goals? What do they want to get into? And like, because sometimes you can have two really good people that are just not compatible. That doesn't mean that person is bad or this person is bad. It's just that your habits don't flush with your habits, and it could cause conflict and things, will cause problems. So like, and that's the reason why it's like to get away from trying to label somebody as like, you're a bad person or this is a bad, like, no, does this work for what I need? Because what I need is different from what the next person needs. So, and that's the reason why you have so many unhappy men and women out there dating nowadays, because they're looking for a list of perfection and not looking for what they need.
Now, question though, sorry, this is both of y'all. When you're dating, though, do you agree or disagree that it's hard to really give your 100% to somebody if you're like dating multiple people, trying to figure out which person is the best for you? Like, it's hard to be like, yo, I'm giving you my all.
And you're making a good point. No, you should not give, when you're dating, you should never give somebody your all from the beginning. Like, you have to figure out compatibility first. You have to figure out what's healthy first. You have to figure out if the energy is being reciprocated first.
But don't you have to give 100% of that to see if it works?
No, you going out to lunch or going out to the park and going out to a museum is just spending time with somebody. That's not giving. I mean, you might give them 100% of your attention in that moment, but I feel like that's a dangerous thing to do. Like, when you start giving people 100% of you should never give. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. You're right. I think, but we have to. Let's complete. I think we should have a phase.
It's like whenever this nigga gets the spotlight.
Yeah, right. He about to slam dunk this bitch.
The whole time we talking, I can see him moving, this, that, and the third. But as soon as, all right,
I think it should be phases of dating, and I think we should complete them phases of dating first, right? So to Nick's point, I think it is hard to give somebody 100% when you're doing it when you're dating multiple people. But to Jay's point, it's like, yeah, you should never give them 100% until we get exclusive habits. But just when we get exclusive, that doesn't mean we're together though, and that should be okay, right? I think we gotta unlock these ties, these imaginary chains that we put on each other, right? Because it's like, yo, if we're dating and I'm casually dating, cool. But I'm intentional about who I'm casually dating because I want to see who I can take serious. So just because I take you serious, okay, now I go from casually dating to taking you serious. Okay, now we're getting to know each other. But what happened is humans don't work like that. Emotions don't work like that. It should. So it's easier said than done. And I'm just speaking for as humans being people in general, right? Because we all suffer from it. So now we go from dating, casually dating to exclusively dating. And now some things I might slide because I like you. But that's when we go wrong. I shouldn't let it slide. But we got to love ourselves enough to recognize when we should stay or when we should walk away. Like my mom's old school. She talking about Kenny Rogers since I can remember. Yeah, we might think he talking about poker, but it's life. It's the game of life.
I love Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, I do too. Yo, we should play cards one day. All right, let's make it happen. All right. So and I wanna wrap up what Jay Hill just said with a nice little bow. The reason why I'm saying is you take it slow is so that you can determine, and this is a part of maturity. When you're young, you make rash decisions or you ignore things and you think that's the way to deal with stuff, and that's not. The way a mature person
know when to hold, know when to fold, know.
And he's still going in with that one. Okay. You know what I mean? The most mature element is, learning to, number one, relax, take things slow. The number two thing is learning how to have hard conversations and hard conversations early. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put that out there, but I had recently had a very hard conversation. Like somebody said something to me in a personal conversation and it was a little wild, not wild, but it was, the person I was seeing had started feeling things more than I felt it. Instead of me ignoring the person and ghosting them, I waited a couple of days until the energy of that moment calmed down. And I called him, hey, can we talk? All right, look, I heard what you said. I appreciate the kind words. However, I'm not in that space with you. And let's have this conversation. Let me explain to you where I'm at. Let me have a clear conversation about what I am enjoying about you, what I'm not enjoying about you, and hey, how can we make adjustments so that we can continue to grow? I'm not saying I'm ghosting. I'm not saying I'm leaving, but I'm also not in the same place you're in. And I don't want to hurt your feelings, and I don't want to be mean, but I want to be honest. That's a mature conversation, bro. And then honestly, those are important moments to have because you get to see the maturity of the other person. Are they going to understand what you're saying? Are they going to just flip out? You know what I'm saying? Are they just going to hang on the phone? Fuck you, nigga. Da, 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 da. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things that can happen. But a part of maturity and a part of growing up is recognizing that, no, we're all not going to be in the same place at the same time. Things have to grow at steady and respectful intervals. And I'm not going to show everything. Even if I am feeling something and I'm all gooey and feeling that, guess what? Learn how to tuck it until it's the right time. Make sure that this person is the person that not only is going to, be a great emotional compliment to you, but are they going to be a great life compliment? And I feel like that is a big thing. So like, if you can't fucking change a tire, make sure that the motherfucking partner can change a tire. Like, women are so obsessed with making sure that niggas got all of this money. And I'll be like, yo, y'all get these niggas that's fly as hell. They dress good, but that nigga ain't touching that engine on that car because he ain't gonna get no mud on his hands. And then now you disgusted. And I wish men would that. No, nigga, that's the bullshit ass nigga you decided. But the nigga know how to say everything slick to you to make you feel good and to make your crotch wet. But he can't do shit else. Why? Because he spent all this time learning how to do that. Y'all motherfuckers be getting disillusioned. And it's the same thing with fine chicks. Fine chicks that's going to spend all day on the phone with you running game. It's not cute. In my 40s, that shit ain't cute. When I meet you and you talking slick and I say something like, yeah, bro, I had to do laundry and all that. And she going, yeah, laundry. I got something out of that. All right, bitch, come have a good day. I ain't got time for you.
Yo, you know what's funny? I had a conversation with this young lady. And she said something that I thought was like so profound. She was like, her father wasn't really there for her as emotional as she needed. And I hear that a lot. But the thing that she said that followed it, I think I rarely ever heard. She was like, but he made sure that I knew how to protect myself in his absence. And I said, what the fuck? She was like, and that's why I love him. She said, I'd rather him teach me that than anything else, because at least I know when he's gone, I know what to do. I can mow my own lawn. I can change my own tire. Yeah, I put in my own gas. And it's not that I'm saying I don't need a man, but my father was there to show me how to protect myself. And usually I'm hearing this and I'm like, my mind is blown away, because it's like men get like, she was like, yo, he didn't know he made me mow the lawn to earn my money. He made me do things so I could be better at life, but he made me earn my keep. And I'm like, yo, it was so refreshing, because those are the same things that men get criticized about when they're parenting. Like, I wish we could understand the roles that we have and just appreciate it. Like, your mother is going to be there to nurture you. And not saying I can't nurture you, but my job as a man is to show you that, I think I seen it in a movie, is to show you that life is real. Life ain't giving you a hug when you feel overwhelmed. Life ain't saying take a break. Life ain't doing that. Your mother can do that, and I won't tell her not to, because that's her job to do that and to be there for you to make sure that you feel embraced when you feel down. That ain't my job as a man. And I feel like I wish we can come together as parents, as men, as women, and understand that about each other, instead of just bickering at each other saying what you should do or what you shouldn't do. No, your job is to do that, and I'll allow you to do that. Allow me to be a man and be a father to these kids as well. And when she said that, I'm like, damn. Because usually you hear people say, man, my parents wasn't there for me emotionally. Like, yeah, they was there for me, provided for me, but they wasn't there for me. Man,
fuck out.
Like,
fuck out. I mean, like this, you trying to talk about parents that grew up in the 50s, 40s. They wasn't talking about mental health back then, nigga. Like, their responsibility was to feed you, clothe you, and to get you where you needed to go. Like, look, get you to the information. Look, the school is where you learn some shit. College is where you get ahead. Like, that's all them niggas preach to you. Their job wasn't to pat you on the head and kiss you. Like, my mom and dad didn't do that. My mom and dad wasn't to kiss you, hug you, and I love you. My parents did not say I love you until I was in my 20s, bro. It was get the fuck up, do what you got to do, get your responsibilities done. I'm not going to tell you again. My parents was to slap you on the back of your head, punch you in your belly, whoop your ass if you don't do what the fuck you supposed to do. Why? Because, like you said, life ain't nice. And I don't want you to be a pussy getting out here into the world. Learn how to deal with life and learn how to deal with this shit. So I'm 100% with you. Yo, do you want to play this clip real quick, Jay? I got the joint for you. Let's get to that. Hold on.
Which one? I mean, it's all the same conversation for real. So
yeah, I just wanted to make sure we got you, because I thought this was this very much so is now. That's immaturity.
Yo, that hurt so bad. I'm not gonna lie.
That can go either way too, though.
But this is dating in this time period, bro.
That hurt. I hurt because that's me. That was me. I ain't gonna lie, like, because it's like, we know what we should be doing. That's a perfect example. Everybody know what it takes to be successful. Everybody don't do it. So I'm like, yo, look how well I strive at my business and my entrepreneurship and my podcast. I'm really great at that. I know what I should do and I apply it to it. I do it. Ain't no excuses. So what happened in the other part of my life? And I was looking at it and I'm like, yo, this I relate because I'm like, it's moments where you know you should walk away. And when she said, why don't you? Because I lack respect for myself, basically what he said. And sometimes you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, it ain't nobody else's fault. You can't blame nobody else. You can't say nobody else is something, and they didn't do this and they didn't know. You knew what it was from the jump. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, yo, that was me. I'll take responsibility and accountability for that. And when I looked at it, I'm like, damn. And I feel like one thing that I learned from like my past is boundaries with myself, having boundaries and standards, and not just having boundaries. Because we always say, yo, I used to have a conversation of like, what's your what is it called? Like something that you never gonna be okay with. I forgot exactly what we were saying. And we talking about our I forgot, but something we'll never deal with. I remember she was saying cheating, and I was like disrespect or whatever. But how many times did we deal with it? So yeah, you can have boundaries, but what's a boundary if you're not enforcing it? It ain't shit. You're just speaking something. They just being annoying. You just blabbing off at your mouth. So when I looked at it, I'm like, damn, man, self-respect for yourself. Boundaries. Don't just say it. Now you got to be about it. And everybody, every nigga in the hood, since you big dog, right? Because I'm big dog. I used to be big dog. I'm sorry, not the rant, but I was big dog. You big dog in the hood. You could punch everybody in the mouth. You that nigga. With everybody else, but except for when it comes to yourself. What the fuck is that?
But normally when you big dog and you punching everybody in the mouth, that's insecurity on your part. You feel like you gotta back everybody down because you think somebody gonna see you for who you really are.
Woo!
Instead of like, because if you're really that nigga, you don't give a fuck about nobody else. Niggas can say shit about you. They can do. You be like, whatever, nigga.
Yeah, but we also wasn't taught that though. That's just our environment didn't teach us that.
So you trying to tell me you don't remember the character, like the cool nigga in the school that used to have a fly outfit. They used to come in late, leave early, have bitches, be failing, doing good. Wouldn't give a fuck. The nigga was just always, but everybody loved this nigga because he was just that cool nigga. Like that. That's the type shit I'm talking about. Like those are the people that just had that self-assuredness, whatever, like that coolness where it was like nothing affecting them. You could tell jokes, that nigga be like, yeah, whatever, nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
But I mean, coming up where I'm coming from, bro, we also feared the niggas that wasn't to be played with too. Like,
of course. But so even them dudes, the crazy part was I was cool with them niggas because I would pull a card on the side, like not on some like let's fight, but I'd be like, nigga, what you trying to fight for? What you bad for?
See, that was I would be the one to fight them niggas. The niggas that was always bullying niggas, like that was me. Like I was always this. I wanted to be this superhero so bad. I used to fight them niggas that want to be bullies and big bad wolf. But whatever.
Prove yourself. You're proving yourself. You know what I mean? You're establishing your place, and that's a part of being an alpha, nigga. Like you want to establish your space and let niggas know you ain't to be played with. You know what I mean?
Say that to say, yeah, we proving ourselves to everybody else but ourselves. So back to the point, it's like, yo, you can do all this in the presence of somebody else, but when it comes to you by yourself, with yourself, who are you?
Because it's also, but you got to remember also, it's a component of you looking at yourself as a tough person. So you start looking at it as, oh, this ain't a fight, so I could deal with this. But you're not understanding that it's doing damage to you on a subconscious level.
I can accomplish this. This is a goal. I can accomplish this goal.
I'm gonna overcome. This person is being uncooperative. I'm gonna keep going until I win the cooperation. Or, we keep disagreeing, but you're not understanding that there's nothing you can say to bring understanding. That person is dealing with their own thing. So they have to come around, not you have to bring them around. There is, does that make sense? You can't 100%. Bring this person to understanding. They have to bring themselves to understanding. So the best thing for you to do is to not fight, because by fighting, you're proving their point and you're actually losing ground. You know what I mean? Sometimes in life, as a part of maturity, you recognizing sometimes to win, I have to let things go. Sometimes to win, I got to lose.
Bro, that's a fact. And I think that's just, when I look at the clip again, I can't speak right about something. It's like, that's how it hit me. I'm like, damn, like that shit hit home. Like, that's really how dating is nowadays. And I know it ain't just me because I talk to my friends about it, but I'm like, damn, like that's what we come to.
The thing that hit me the most is the nonchalantness about how they were communicating with each other. This kind of like, yes, you know, and I feel that because I'm out here dating. Like, I'm not fucking. I'm dating. Like, I'm actually sitting down having meals, just having discussions over the phone. And it's very interesting how the women that I've been engaging with have been very, it's almost like a script. You know what I'm saying? I get it, you meet them, and then y'all go and you get them on the phone. Hey, how you doing? And I can almost predict what they're gonna say because it's so fucking stereotypical. And it's very rare that you meet somebody that is not trying to either they want to establish it's like you get on the phone with women nowadays, they want to establish dominance like they a dude out the gate. You know what I'm saying? They want, I've had women damn near ask me what my social security number was. Yo, what you doing? What you do? How much money you make? I'm like, I'm not about to tell you that. Oh, you must be broke. And you be like, what? You know what I mean? It'd be so much wild stuff. Like, you know what I mean? To where it's not how it used to be. Back in the day, when I met somebody in high school in the 90s, it was, you see each other, y'all smile at each other, y'all talk, y'all get excited, y'all exchange phone numbers, you talk about movies and TV shows, and y'all would just enjoy each other's company. Now it's almost feels like an interrogation when you meet somebody out the gate. It's not fun a lot of times. And then when you want to make it fun, they look at you like, the fuck fun? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't really serious, and I am serious, but I need to get to know you, and I can't get to know you in an interrogation. Just because I asked you a question, I mean, you're gonna give me the correct answer. You might just give me the answer that you feel like I should hear. Like, everybody will tell you they're a nice person until you take them out to dinner and they treating the waitress like shit. Or when you be like, yo, it's the end of the day, how much tip shall I leave? And they go, you leave tips? Yes, bitch, I leave tips. The fuck? I've met so many different women like that, bro. Like, just different crazy stuff. So, like, if I could tell y'all anything is, man, keep your eyes open, keep your mind open. And that's why I say, to avoid that type of video, that's why dating with intention is so important. Dating with intention is important. So that way you're not out here lackadaisically dating a motherfucker. You sleeping, y'all just kicking it, and then it ain't going nowhere. And then you realizing that, damn, this is going to cause me a lot of harm because I built an attachment to this person, but I know this person doesn't work for me. So now I don't know how to attach myself to this person because now there's a thing of dependence almost. I'm almost dependent on this person. The sex is good, or I'm just used to having them around. That's the person I call, because she don't mind going where I like to go. That type of goofiness. All right. So is there anything else you wanted to throw out there? But I felt like this was a good little.
That's all we had. I ain't know. Yeah, that's all we had.
Oh, no, sir. Don't say that. We got tons of stuff. I just didn't want to hold you important people off from all of the stuff y'all got to do.
I do gotta slide it too.
All right, we can give you another couple minutes. Jay, are you clear to launch off on the next topic? Okay.
In a situation where I guess you could say, like, I was kind of straight financially because he was taking care of me, but then I got to a point to where I didn't like him anymore. So then it's like, I really need to make my own money now because I don't want to deal with you anymore. Like, this relationship has ran its course. And I think a lot of the time women don't talk about that part of dealing with somebody who is, like, quote unquote taking care of you too, because sometimes you don't even really like that man for real no more. You really don't want to have to deal with him, but you're dealing with him because of what he's doing.
And I think that
let me translate into human because this is bad. This is baddie conversation. I'm sorry, I don't mean to stop it and jump in first, but this is clearly a woman saying, I found a guy, I'm fucking with him because he's taking care of me. But then I realized that I really don't like him. You really didn't like the nigga in the first place. You were excited to find somebody that probably looked good and he got money and you didn't have to work. So that was attractive in the beginning. But guess what? He was a piece of shit nigga the whole time. But you, after X amount of time, you realize, damn, I can't spend the rest. I thought I could probably change myself into liking a nigga so that I can maintain his lifestyle. But then I realized I can't. So here's the reality. You have women, they attractive as hell, find a good nigga, the nigga paying for shit, and you're still not unhappy. Why? Because having a relationship can't be built around money. It's just not. And I'm done. Go ahead.
Yeah, now I was gonna say, like, I'm gonna push back a little bit. It don't necessarily have to be that she never liked him or she only with him because he take care of her, because again, things happen in relationships and it changed the way you look at people. And that's unfortunate, but it just is what it is, right? What I don't like about it is because I was just having this conversation. Like, it's just the difference between men and women thing. I ain't trying to say nobody wrong or right. Me, maybe it's because of my genetics as a man. If I'm being taken care of or not, if I don't like somebody, I'm out. I'm gonna figure out a way to sleep in my car, to sleep with a friend before I have to stay with a person that's taking care of me that I don't like. I'm not doing that. So I understand how it's smart, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like, don't do that. Like, don't treat me like that because I ain't treating you like that. Because if I don't need you, I'm never saying fuck you to somebody in their house and gotta sleep in there the next day. Never. If I'm saying fuck you in your house, I'm out. If that means if I gotta sleep on the motherfucking ground outside. So I don't understand the whole like, yeah, like you with somebody taking care of you and like you just start not to like them and then that make me want to level up so I can move on. Like, what? Don't use me as no motherfucking kickstart. I'm not your motherfucking catalyst to your career, nothing like that. Like, use yourself. If you
to your part, Jay, when you was like, what'd you say? You was like, she thought she could trick herself into liking this nigga. I think, that might go both ways, but I also feel like at that point though, ain't no telling how much time that went by, and now you're afraid of hurting that person's feelings. Mm-hmm. So now you kind of gotta just be stuck in this shit just because you're like, damn, he done did all this, that, and the third. But I think that does take a very adult, mature level to be like, hey, I don't like you no more. And not intentionally, but intentionally it's kind of like, fuck your feelings. I know you're gonna be sad and hurt, but I'm out because this ain't.
But they can't though. That's what I'm saying. She can't. She couldn't say I'm out because she wasn't doing shit.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about in a situation where like maybe y'all not even like living together. Yeah, maybe y'all not even. It might be a situation where y'all not even like living together. It might just be a situation where like maybe the nigga paying your bills and shit like that. But at some point though, if you're telling yourself, I'm going to trick myself in, or eventually I'm going to probably like him. And that could be 6 months, a year, 2 years, and it don't happen. That nigga the whole time feels like you like him. You know what I mean? So then you come out of nowhere and like, yo, I don't really like you like that. I'm sorry.
Right. I got a whole lot of homegirls that's with 6-figure niggas. Don't like them niggas. Unhappy as hell. Call me crying. And I say the same thing. Lead a nigga. I don't have nowhere to go. Nah, nigga, you just don't want to get up off your ass and fucking get your own shit. I even got a homegirl that make more money than the nigga, but still don't want to leave because she always got an excuse.
True story, bro. I was just talking to this chick and she was like how her friend not like, and like, I don't want to get too specific, but she's basically saying like somebody was over the person that they with, and she like basically like she gotta wait till she gets some bread so she can move out. And it's like you got this nigga wondering, like he don't know what's going, he thinking everything cool, so you can just sweep the rug from under his feet. Man, that's some coward shit. That's why I said maybe it's the difference between men and women. Be like, yo, you don't get no brownie points for staying until you get up and then leave. Like, nah, if you really don't fuck with me, don't fuck with me.
Right. But that be the crazy part is that women will do that and then try to flip it and be like making it like it was his fault that she had to stay there. Like, nah, nigga, you decided to stay. You can leave at any point in time. Like, and then now you want your friends to feel bad for you because I'm trapped. You're not trapped.
You're not trapped. And you can confide our business into and your friends. Well, guess what else you could do? You can live with your motherfucking friends too.
I've said that. I say, bro, I got a couch. You can sleep on the couch if you need to. Or like, you know what I'm saying? I hope you figure out something. No, I ain't going to do that because, yo, women talk all of this shit, bro. But they will do anything for comfort. They will do anything for convenience. Whereas I've seen niggas not do shit. Even if the girl got the house and she got the bread, that nigga like, I'm not moving in with her. I will suffer. I've seen niggas suffer.
You can ask my alarm, bro. I swear to God. Relationship before me and Sade, right? Swear to God, everything, bro. We was going through something. I left the same day. Niggas like, what the fuck? Fastest you ever seen nigga move out. Bro, I'm out. It's cool. It ain't no beef either. But it's cool. I don't need to stay here. Nigga, maybe some of these niggas need to struggle. That's what happened. See, I've been through the struggle, so I already know how it feels. So I can go back to it. At the end of the day, I know what it feels like. We good.
Yeah. I've never put myself in a position where I've completely moved in with a girl and I'm up under her roof and it is what it is. Like, Like I've had scenarios. My girl, I got put out of a place. I was 25. It was a long time ago, and I was like, my girl was calling me like, "Yo, you can come stay here, bro." Like, and I'm like, "Nope." I was like, "I'll stay over my homeboy house. I'm not doing it." And I'm like, "I love you, but I just can't." And she was like, "Why?" I said, "Because my name's not on the lease." And I'm like, I don't want you to ever in your mind feel like you could just, you know what I mean? Now you can start talking to me crazy and yeah, that's my house and da. Because the first moment you do that, I'm out. The first time that shit come out, because I've never done that to my friends or my girl. If they were staying with me, I was never like, yo, you know, this is my crib and you can get the fuck out. Women they love to do that. They can't wait for the moment they can be like,
shit, I ain't gonna lie, I've done that before a couple times.
Oh no, that's dirty, yo. That's dirty. It's dirty, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I've never thought it, but like I'm not gonna do that, bro. Like, especially if I'm saying I love you and I want you to be here and this is our house. We doing this together, bro. It's our house. From that point on, we gonna have to deal with it from that point. I don't care if my name on it, their name on it. Like for real, like it is what it is. Niggas gotta work it out. But I feel like that's intention. Now, I'm glad you got your internet working because I want to talk about this. Hold up, yo. So first of all, I got a serious beef with what's her name? Because like you
Melissa
just said,
Ford.
Yeah, Melissa gonna try to instigate this shit, but she ain't gonna jump in it too. Why don't you call a nigga a shit stain? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want a nigga go upside your motherfucking head, but you allow them to go upside Joe and them nigga head. That's crazy, yo. But anyway, I want to talk about this. This is my opinion. And y'all can hate me. I don't give a fuck. I've been a Joe Budden fan since before the podcast. Used to listen to the music. Used to watch the YouTube videos with him and Tahiri. Known this nigga for damn near 20 years. All right? He's a fucking asshole. He's an asshole. He gonna say what he want to say. He gonna do what the fuck he want to do. That's his thing, bro. Him talking shit is his thing. When y'all get emotional and y'all get mad and y'all go, oh damn, how could he do this? And why
who they talking about
that? Bro, I'm talking about Joe, nigga. Like Joe is a wild nigga. And I'm not saying that to say like to give him an out. I'm saying he say what he want to say in the moment because that's him, bro. He's just having fun. He's not serious. He's not trying to shoot the little nigga. He's not trying to shoot the fair one and fight the nigga. He's not trying to say that he can't be successful. He's an old nigga. Like we in our 40s, bro. Some of y'all little niggas is shit stains. Y'all little annoying pieces of shit that your dad ain't never gave you an ass whooping. You deserve to get punched in the face. A lot of y'all walk around like y'all own shit and you don't. Just because you got a couple of fucking dollars. You don't get bitches. Y'all really not out here in the streets, but y'all around niggas that really get bitches and really be out here in the streets. So y'all think that y'all are cool just because. Nah. A lot of y'all niggas is bitches and shit stains. So when Joe say it, stop taking it personal. We can say what the fuck we want. Just because I got a camera in front of me don't mean that everything is scripted. Bruh, Joe ain't no scripted nigga, and it ain't intentional. He not intentionally going out here trying to hurt a nigga feelings. He just letting you know his opinion. My opinion is my opinion. So now what? You gonna try to cancel a nigga? And that's the reason why he the nigga now is because y'all can't cancel him. Because niggas like me is still going to support. He got my $10 every month for the last couple. He got my money for the tickets. You know what I mean? Because I know that he don't mean nothing serious by it. I know when he be talking shit about chicks that he having fun. I know that he's being funny, that he's giving me a show. He's being entertaining. Yes, a lot of times he be wrong. Yes, a lot of times he misogynistic. Yes, a lot of times he could be toxic. So fucking what? I don't want my world to be squeaky clean with everything. Yeah. I like
R. Kelly. What you talking about?
Shit, fuck. Let R. Kelly have the bitches. Because the music was fire. I'm dead ass sir. I don't give a fuck. The bitches said they wanted it. They was there. They could have left, but they didn't. So suck my dick. Anyway, go ahead. What was you saying?
That was nasty, but
I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
That was nasty.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Kelly,
it is what
R.
it is.
Kelly, a disgusting ass individual.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
You want to sit here and say he not?
I'm not like, yo, when you get to be up that nigga, we gonna see. When the bitches is throwing pussy at you crazy,
that's my thing, Jay. That's my thing, Jay. If I'm a fucking legend, living legend at that, R. Kelly in his prime.
Yeah.
Nobody. Now that's a conversation you can have about Michael Jackson if you want.
Okay.
That's a conversation. So we ain't gonna dismiss that. But that's what I'm saying. If you're that level, you don't have to deal with minors. You don't. Nah. So ain't no excuses. Ain't no excuses. Ain't none. I don't care what you say.
I feel you on that, but I don't give a fuck.
I do.
Hit records. Keep making a hit record.
I got 2 daughters. Like that shit is disgusting. You got all these bitches.
What if we found out that Mary Magdalene was 14 years old when Jesus was messing with her and he was saving the world? So did that change? Is Jesus not awesome? He stops being awesome.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Even he would be a disgusting ass nigga. I'm sorry.
No, he would not.
For me, he would be.
No, he would not. What a nigga!
I would look Jesus in his eyes, say, he a fan.
Yo, you got me out here defending this bullshit. See how we can get into some crazy shit just by being on the show and you catch it in your feelings? It's hot take time. Yo, we excited. We having a conversation. Shit gonna get sad. Y'all gotta let that shit go, bro. And Lil Pump, you a shit stain to me.
I ain't gonna lie, Lil Pump.
You 23, 24. I don't give a fuck. Just because you got some jury don't make you cool to me. Your records are shit to me because I'm 45. My niggas was Biggie and Tupac. Who was your niggas? Nobody. All y'all making shitty records. All of y'all sound alike. All of y'all look alike. Y'all run around like a bunch of gay niggas. Fucking white hair and fucking fake dreads and shit. All of y'all look like, all of y'all hang around nothing but niggas. All of y'all looking like y'all sucking each other dick. Cause all y'all do is hug up on each other, wear tight ass pants, be in the club together in a section.
What did these niggas do to y'all? Why?
Y'all exist, and that shit sucks because it goes against everything we was raised to not like. Yo, when my generation was raised to not fucking wear fingernail paint and wear tight ass pants and to dress like girls and have fishnets on, y'all think that shit is cool. We think that shit is weak as fuck. You make black men look weak. You make us look like we can get fucked over and treated like shit because y'all run around like a bunch of little bitches and y'all talk on the internet and y'all cry and y'all do all the little dumb shit and ain't helping nobody. You ain't building shit. You ain't doing nothing but spending money on dumb shit anyway.
I ain't gonna lie. Lil Pump got a really good Audio Mac performance. Is fire.
You killing me right now. You killing me right now, Jay. You fucking killing me.
If y'all get a chance, check out Lil Pump Audio Mac acoustic freestyle. That shit is one of the best performances ever.
Oh, shut up.
It's one of. I'm trying to tell you, I don't even listen to the nigga. He could be a shit stain, a motherfucking a Clorox wipe, whatever. I don't care. But I'm trying to tell you, he got his Audio Mac performance is like that. Google it, YouTube it. When y'all see it, comment under one of my videos. You can be like, yeah, that shit was hard, bro. That shit was hard.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the point I'm trying to make is, yo, niggas be out having fun, just having conversation. It'd be like barbershop talk. When niggas in barbershop, you gonna wild out. Y'all gonna get in y'all feel. We black. We get in our feelings and we having fun and we talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, at the end of the day, we want to see Lil Pump win. Go ahead, bro. Get your money, yo. Live your life, bro. If you want to wear tight pants and be gay and shit, go do that, yo.
But that's the problem with these podcasts, Jay. Barbershop talk is supposed to be just that, barbershop talk. The minute you get in front of a camera, you get to spilling all how you feel for real, and you get to putting it in the world. These things affect people in different ways, and you gotta be cognizant.
Why do I have to care if this hurts Lil Pump's feelings? Why do I have to care about that? Lil Pump don't give a fuck about me.
I'm not saying just Lil Pump. I'm saying in general. When we talk about having barbershop talk, a lot of these barbershop conversations are supposed to be behind closed doors. It's about having respect. It's about having morals. It's about having principles. I'm sure you're a man of integrity. Like some things just don't need to be said out loud. You know that.
Agreed. But at the end of the day,
not necessarily talking about this Lil Pump shit. I'm just saying in general. When we talk about having barbershop talk.
But I feel like, but that's what makes podcasts dope. Me being able to not have to be in a barbershop to really to be able to get these hot takes and shit like that. That's just that's one of the reasons why I enjoy the show. I don't take it. And once again, like, I don't know Lil Pump. I'm not deterred from engaging in his content because Joe say some shit. Yo, let me tell everybody else out here something. I'm a 20-year Joe fan. I don't listen to a third of it. I listen to him, but I don't believe even a third of what comes out of his mouth. Y'all gotta stop taking everything that nigga say literally, bro. Like, yo, he is entertaining. He is having fun. He'll say some shit out his mouth and then 2 seconds later take it back or change it because he know he wilding out. He just get on there and he be spazzing. It's entertainment, people. I'm on here entertaining y'all. I'm not fact checking this shit. Do I look? I mean, sometimes, but not all the time. We get on here to have fun. I'm here to kick it with my mans. We talking some shit. We having some fun, bro. If I ever meet Lil Pump, I dap him up and hug him the same way I've done every other artist out here that I said, wow, I'm crazy. And you know what? I'll cheerlead for him. If he's a good dude, I'm a cheerlead for him to get bread and to feed his family, because that's what you're supposed to fucking do. But outside of that, when I turn his mics on and I turn these lights on and I get in front of this camera, nigga, we wildin'. That's it. Get used to it, nigga. I ain't going nowhere. Mr. J Hill, he want to be perfect. That's his
I don't want to
job.
be perfect. I like different styles of entertainment. Like, for example, I think my personal opinion of why Joe is so good is because he's knowledgeable at what he speaks about when he's talking about music and business, right? So yeah, we can get up here and joke all that, but like when we get to just joking about things we don't really know about, like, bro, I don't know, like, think about it like academics, right? Academics is really good because when he's breaking things down, when he's doing his reactions on it, if y'all don't know, if you watch his streams, he really researching, he looking, he know what he's talking about. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, when it comes to the content, I think it should be some type of integrity of like knowing the subject matter. So I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying. Well, maybe I am then. Fuck it. I'm trying to be perfect.
All right. So you know what? I gotta pull up that academics clip that you
You don't have to.
And nah, because I just want to prove that this nigga don't be fucking doing no research and he's a fucking idiot. But I love him, yo. I love that nigga. But yo, that take you sent me was so fucking bogus. Yo, this is a whack take.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
What?
I thought he did a great job. I'm like, damn, he got some points.
Yeah, I thought we had.
He got some great points.
Action, blah blah.
Played at a higher speed.
Yeah, the major, notable, huge, disruptive fashion trends they've tried to introduce, I've only got laughed at. What am I talking about? Those two things off. Y'all can't tell me. Apparently, there's this guy.
No, don't fast forward because he's talking some shit right there.
And
he had a hot take. And obviously, this is coming after the media list got announced, where they announced the top 25 media personalities in hip hop. This year, I was crowned number 1. Last year, I was number 2. But there's a bunch of people on that list. Notoriously, I don't see many Atlanta figures on that list. I could be wrong just off memory. Now, this guy takes aim at the topic of, I guess, why Atlanta isn't creating media hubs. You got to remember, this isn't a time where everybody got to come to New York. People go to where they want to go to, right? And they go sit with who they want to sit with. So there's a time New York had this wild advantage where it was just like, hey, the labels aren't in Atlanta. They're all in New York. Not only that, the biggest media outlets are in New York. But these days, people really don't care to go to XXL anymore. They don't care to go to the Source. They don't care to go to Complex anymore. They actually go to sit with who they want to sit with. If they want to go sit with Gillian Wild, they go sit with Gillian Wild. They want to go sit with Drink Champs, they'll go to Miami. They want to go to No Jumper, they'll go to LA. They want to come to Act, they'll come over here. So listen to this breakdown. And this is what I'm saying. Atlanta is getting delusional. I think it's because they're losing some cool points market share, I think, to Houston. But I will digress. I'll let him speak. Check this out and tell me what you think.
Tell you something. Something important. Let me give you guys a secret about Atlanta. You can't have a Vlad TV won't be built here.
No,
right?
Academics could have never.
Academics could never be built here. Not only that, No Jumper could have been built here. You want to know why?
No.
Here's why. Because everybody in Atlanta got guns. We know if an academics, loudmouth, shit talking, blah, 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 man, nigga,
we know
you
dead.
What you don't understand is that the personalities here, we outside.
Yeah.
When I went to LA, I didn't see no radio people outside.
This is true.
I didn't see no media people outside.
You can't be talking crazy and you be outside.
You gotta go outside.
On you out here.
You gotta go outside.
They will say academics is up here at Banneker High School football game. Tweet that, nigga. We outside waiting on you.
Pull up.
That's what I'm telling you. You can't build. Even us, we got to give kudos to us. Bank 2, we were able to build ourselves in the city, being somewhat real, as real as we can be, without having the dangers of people. I don't walk outside and worry. I don't be like, man, did I say something crazy? Because I'm smart enough to know the line to walk, my nigga.
Yeah,
I already know.
You gotta understand that it's relationship also. Like Atlanta's like a big community, right?
Yep.
Every other city not like that. Atlanta's like if Ray got a problem with somebody says something about him on the show, yo, BT, yo, what's up with this, bro?
We're calling each other.
Yo,
immediately. And let me tell you something. It's something very important.
Man, this was the most pathetic piece of talk radio I've seen in a while, man. There's a reason why.
All right, before I allow academics to respond, let me clarify specifically. Ray Daniels said that the reason why these platforms would not be allowed to grow in Atlanta is because you have to be outside. We be outside. Somebody is going to pull up on you and address you if you say some wild shit. Okay? That's the point Ray Daniels made. Now listen to how Academics responds to it.
Why these guys are still doing radio stations. I don't know in what universe y'all think that niggas is thinking Atlanta is the most dangerous, so they couldn't go do whatever they wanted to do. Y'all need to stop. So Atlanta.
Now immediately he goes.
Let him go.
No,
he addresses it. He addresses it. You want to stop Ray Daniels and Ferrari Simmons, but you stop at Academics. That's not cool.
I'm telling you that he's gone off on a different point. That's not what Ray Daniels didn't say Atlanta was the most dangerous city. So where the fuck is this take coming from?
That because you can correlate. If you're saying, yo, what do you mean that they got guns? They got guns in New York, but he says that. He says that. They got guns in Houston. They got guns they got guns in LA. Basically, he said
Ray Daniels made.
He said that these platforms cannot exist in Atlanta because we are outside, which I understand what Ray is saying, but he's saying that we are outside. So basically, if you pop your shit, you're going to get ran into. That's what he's saying. And Academics is responding.
Of it is that Academics says everything he says, but Academics don't live in New York, and nobody knows where the nigga lives.
Jay, all I'm saying is you stop him
he lives outside of. I'm gonna play the clip, but if we're gonna talk specifics, and that's the reason why I wanted to play this clip because this shows new age fucking media switching and turning shit to make themselves seem cool, and it ain't cool. This is some bullshit.
That is the most flagful, the most dangerous. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Now, the reality of it is this, sir. There are weapons and guns everywhere. Let me give you the proximity of how I do things. Number one, all right, I never lived in Chicago, but I'd be damn there. I wouldn't say Atlanta is as dangerous as Chicago. Number two, where I live at is in between Philadelphia, the number one murder capital right now. Which, by the way, these are nothing things to brag about. But I just want to this myth that Atlanta is like, oh, they have guns. Everybody has guns. So what are you talking about? If you're scared to give an opinion that you can't be cool with the rappers, so you're like, that's your problem.
What are you? That's not a for, dog. He made his point. What are you shaking your head for?
No, he didn't make his point.
Ray Daniels never said that nobody else had guns. He's saying that in Atlanta, we are outside. Hey, we are not only media platforms, but we are outside. Meaning that, if I'm going out to get some chicken, I'm taking my mama somewhere, I'm likely somebody's going to see me and address me if I'm talking crazy. This nigga said, I live between two dangerous cities, New York and Philadelphia. Guess what? He don't live in New York. He don't live in Philadelphia. He says in this clip, I don't be in New York. I don't be in Philly. I don't be around. I be in my house. Point. Case and point. Ray Daniels, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? You sitting here trying to agree with this nigga, and he's making a whole different point that Ray Daniels didn't make. He's actually reinforcing Ray Daniels' point. Nigga, if you was in NY out there like that in the streets, niggas would be addressing you. He wasn't in Chicago. Academics built his platform talking about Chicago crime, talking about Chicago gangs, talking about LA gangs. Guess what? Academics wasn't in Chicago. He wasn't in LA. So he couldn't have penetrated.
Jay, all I'm saying is Academics makes a great point, bro, because Adam 22 has a similar platform in LA, which a lot of rappers go and die. Adam 22 has made a living off of making a platform that talks about bullshit and spewing bullshit. Guess who else has a platform that does that? DJ Small's Eyes. Right? He's in Atlanta. A lot of people do his interviews and say they don't like the way he do his interviews, but guess what? They still go there because his platform is huge. So I'm not saying Ray Daniels not making a point, but I'm saying I understand what Academics is saying. Academics might not be talking about him, but he's saying it's other people, just like he said about Chicago. It's people in Chicago who's thriving off of media, right? You got people like the nigga, he's gonna talk about the nigga that does the shit in Texas. He's running Texas. Who else? We got people in Charlemagne came up talking about people, and people ran down on him. But guess what? He still came up. So I get what he's saying. Academics is making a great point because I too struggle with that. Like, niggas try to draw this line about being great at being media or wanting to be everybody's friends. And no, if you're going to be great, you can't give a fuck about what nobody think. Just like Joe Budden did it. He was another one that did the same thing. He didn't give a fuck about what nobody thought. We seen it on the red carpet when he got into it with the Migos. So again, when we talk about, it's a difference between niggas that's great and niggas that's okay.
So
and academics.
So Jay, so when YG Tech came to sit down with you and do an interview, did you go into YG Tech's murder cases? Did you go into stuff that was going on?
Did you not just hear? I just said that. I just said that. I literally said I understand what academics is saying because I am one of the ones that's still trying to figure out it as well. I kind of teeter the line again because I'm from Baltimore, so I understand it. But when niggas are great, niggas don't. So I'm looking at it from a niggas that's on a high level. All the niggas that's on a high level don't give a fuck about none of that shit in the street. Ain't no cold words, ain't no respect. It's bro, we covering this and I'm doing my job. So I'm saying that I get what Ray is saying because I'm from Baltimore. I understand it. I'm from the hood. I get it. I ain't about to just go there. I know better. But again, it's like, how bad do you want it? We got niggas that's successful, and it's shown. Sean Cotton is his name. That run. I forgot the shit name, but it's Sean Cotton, bro. They cover all of the bullshit. He ain't running around scared. I'm not saying that I'm scared of just, bro. It's different. I understand. That's why I'm saying I understand what Ak is saying, and he's not wrong.
I feel like every situation has its own unique set of circumstances. If we talking about academics was able to talk about people from a safe space. He wasn't in the hood. He wasn't dealing with people and problems. He was in his own little cubby hole, fresh out of college, in a room, doing it by himself. And by the time he got to the industry where the industry accepted him in, he was able to walk around with 20 security guards because he was already a multimillionaire and the labels was paying for his security. So he was good. So yeah, he could come and talk rah-rah all he wants to because there's no way somebody's going to touch him in his little ivory tower. Now, if you want to talk about Vlad built his platform and built his money up outside of the hip-hop industry. Once he started leaning towards the hip-hop industry and started dealing with wild shit, he is already successful. Once again, can afford security. Also, his business isn't in the hood. He's not dealing with hood people, and he's white. Niggas ain't going around running up on white dudes, especially white dudes in media. You know how the game is, bro. So that's different. Now, if you want to talk about this Say Cheese guy, I don't know nothing about this nigga. I don't know nothing about DJ Smalls, but they don't seem like niggas that's out everywhere in the streets, mixing and mingling with everybody. And once you get to a certain level, niggas give you that pass to be like, yo, for real, you ain't out here like this. You just reporting. Hey, I'm asking a question and they gonna answer it is what it is. But you and I both know that on the levels that we are in and the way that we're connected to the streets, I'm in the streets every day and I'm living in the hood. So yes, niggas know me and I don't be knowing them. I've had people walk up on me and have beef because of a review I did on an album or some shit that I said about somebody. I've had to deal with that myself. So like, yo, I get it. And to me, it's a touchy topic because academics trying to make this about everybody got guns. That's not the conversation. The conversation is that if you are in the city trying to build a platform, it affects how you're able to build that platform. If I'm in the hood, in the streets, I have to be cognizant of what is being said and how it's being said, and even on platforms, because relationships make a difference. If I bring certain niggas onto my platform and interview them, other niggas is not going to want to come because they'll be like, oh, he on that side, and this is that. You've dealt with that the same. Well, you probably didn't have to deal with it. I had to deal with that shit where certain niggas wasn't fucking with me because I didn't even know this one rapper beefing with this whole hood. And I met him. I met the rapper. I'm thinking he cool. I like his music. I'm just interviewing him.
And what I'm telling you, when the
platform, problems, I had nothing to do with that shit.
Unfortunately, when the platform is big enough, they don't give a damn. Bro, these rappers will come on the platform just to talk about the beef that they got with other niggas. For example, the same thing happened with Shannon Sharp, right? When a platform is big, it's big. When Cat Williams saw Ricky Smiley interview, he like, oh nah, I'm going up there and I'm gonna say my shit too. So it's about the platform, how big it is, and we just got to continue to do our job to grow the platform. So all I'm saying is I understand what academics are saying, because again, you see the niggas like and Atlanta is big on relationships, and you could tell with the different medias. I think that's why a lot of niggas like me, because I'm not tied down to no relationship. So what I'm saying is I can see the difference. You see the difference in niggas who don't give a fuck and niggas who give a fuck and they got a relationship, because guess what? The same relationship that you trying to hold on to they pull apart at any given time they want to. So that's why I said Adam 22. I'm pretty sure niggas know where he record at. It's in LA. Academics. Charlemagne got to go to work every day. They know the time, 6 to 10. People came up there before. Like, so
But notice he had to start changing himself. Cause he couldn't get to where he's at now, sustaining that same type of energy.
That come with growth though. But also, but again, I get what you're saying, Jay. But guess what? Can we say Charlamagne will be Charlamagne before the Charlamagne that he is today without that? So that's why I say I understand it, because that's something that I deal with. That's something that I'm like, damn, that is true. Maybe I give a fuck too much. Maybe I need to cover Baltimore shit. Because if you look at the niggas that really came up, they talking about the shit that's in the trenches, and they ain't might give a fuck about no Offset and Cardi B. Like not no disrespect. I'm just saying like them niggas ain't even seeing no takes. The people that's gonna share it is the niggas that's on the ground level. They sharing it. They talking about it.
Shout out to my nigga Ayo Beezy. Shout out to E-Band. These are niggas in Baltimore that have YouTube channels that cover Baltimore street shit. And I'll be watching. I'll be like, oh, damn, this shit crazy. But I'm not going to talk about it. A lot of times I have relationships in certain places. And like I be in certain places. So I don't want to discuss. And that's just not me. I've always been a dude. I was around street niggas my whole life. I've been around the drug game my whole life. I was always the nigga. They was like, yo, don't be around here, Jay. Just move on. Now they don't invite me to the parties. Hey, if niggas got some shit going, I'm around, but I'm not about to be out, and I'm not about to be dragging guns for niggas and doing all that. But that's a complicated, and that's all right. So the reason why I was upset with this academics clip is because what we just discussed is a great discussion. What academics is doing is inflating the conversation instead of addressing the conversation. That's what made me upset. You're talking, yo, this city got guns, that city, yo, that's not the conversation. The conversation is about how us black men can navigate and build platforms while avoiding the drama that comes with street shit. Academics did not, in my opinion, just did not do a good job addressing that particular element. And then he just instead just started flailing around about guns and who's more gangster.
Did you watch the whole academics take?
Yes, sir. I watched the whole 15 minutes, sir. I watched the whole 15 minutes. And I'll be willing to sit here and watch with you again if you would like to.
I gotta go. I gotta get my daughter. It's my day, and Sade watching up. What I was gonna say is I just understand, and I actually gained some things from what academics said. I made a post right after it. Somebody even called me. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get back in the field. Like I can't be on my career living on this pattern. I gotta get back in the field. And so I learned something from it. And but again, I get what Ray Daniels said. Like I hit Ray Daniels like, yo, you should respond to this ASAP. Like I get what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand, but it's like, bro, like they can do that because Ray Daniels is Ray Daniels. Ray Daniels don't need to talk about. He can protect his relationships. He's Ray Daniels. He don't need to.
Nope.
Big bank is big bank. If you want to make a name for yourself, academics wasn't nowhere near as successful as Ray Daniels was when he you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not a fair comparison. So I relate more to academics because he came from who the fuck was academics? He was nobody. He built it up brick by brick his own self. Sean Cotton. Who the fuck was Sean Cotton? Nobody knew who the fuck he was. He built it up on his own. So that's why when I listen to academics, I'm like, he makes some great points. Atlanta is really heavy on relationships, and you could tell how they talk. Like they're not really saying no groundbreaking stuff because they can't. Nobody is going to speak on Young Thug the way. Nobody is going to speak on Young Thug. Why? Because it's too connected in Atlanta. Nobody's saying nothing about it. But you see the niggas that's growing, the niggas that's giving their real opinions. They don't give a fuck. Yeah, they might be ducked off. I'm not saying that's not true. They might be ducked off, but guess what? It's building their brand. It's building their empire.
And for clarity, I'm not saying that to say that, yo, a nigga pussy for that. I'm saying if you're going to do that, just make sure you put yourself in a safe space to where you can still exist. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, it's not a game out here, bro.
It's harder for sure. Yeah.
And I want these young men, if y'all want to get into this media shit, there's a lot of shit you got to navigate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to understand both sides. That's really it. I get like Ray said, like niggas is outside. Like you gonna run, like yeah, you running into. I seen Thug. I seen Gunna at a fucking restaurant I was eating at, literally shooting dice right beside me. I was at Thug. I think I went to a producer birthday party. Thug came in with so I get what Ray is saying. I'm just saying like I also understand academics are too. Like he making some great points. But
yeah, just be careful out here, brother. Like,
yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? Like,
I gotta get out of here, man.
All right, man. All right, it was a good show. We appreciate everybody for tapping in. We check y'all next time. We out. Peace.
That shit was great.